Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let me quickly know if technically everything is okay. Sound, voice, and all that. Sound, voice, screen, video, voice, whatever. I'm a little bit late, but today I am actually supposed to meet with Ali Dawah. We will meet with Ali Dawah in a little bit. He was supposed to send me a link to a Zoom meeting that where we are going to talk. Oh, you can't hear me? Wait, really? You can't hear me? Okay, somebody said we can't hear you. Are you kidding me? Are you joking with me? Okay. Well, yeah. So making sure everything sounds okay. Okay, it's good. Yeah. So we are supposed to meet with Ali Dawah today. That's what we arranged. And he texted me earlier just a few minutes ago and said I will send you a link at 8 his time, UK time, that is in 20 minutes, and then we will start together. So he has a delay. I don't know why. Apparently he's probably preparing some nice plot. I'm sure he doesn't have anything interesting planned. I'm pretty sure that somebody will pop up as a surprise guest, though. Of how scary. Probably Fareed or Mohammed Hijab, I don't know. It's always these shenanigans with these people. But yeah, this is what we're doing today. It will start. We will meet. This is indeed happening. One downside of this is that Ali Dawah broke his agreement and turned back from his agreement, from his promise, and is not going to debate me anymore. What we are doing today is, however, coming together and asking for the curse of Allah to descend upon whoever is lying. That's what Ali Dawah wanted from me. He's extremely childish, and I thought, yeah, whatever. You think I'm scared of your imaginary guy? I'm not. So fine. If you want that, if you think that's very significant, sure, let's do that. If you think that's so important, let us do that, and let's see what happens then. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to do a cursing session, but of course, I also asked him. I also set my conditions and said, hey, I will agree to this under 3 conditions. Condition number 1 is I will be allowed to ask you 5 questions and you have to answer them directly. Now, I made some notes for those questions. I prepared some questions, but I'm always open to ideas. So if anyone says, hey, please ask him this, and if I see it in the comment section, I will pick that up and make a note of that and probably ask him that. I don't know. I'm open to exchanging ideas here. The second condition was that he is going to refer to me in his video on his YouTube channel as Apostate Prophet, not under any other epithet or whatever it is. He did not agree to that. He would not agree to that. He said, you will either join this session or not. So I thought, yeah, whatever. Don't agree to it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And the third condition was, wait a minute, what was the third condition? Oh, the third condition was that on his Zoom, on his stream, he will not mute me under any circumstances. And he agreed and said, okay, as long as you do not insult, I will not mute you. You will not be muted. So that's what we are going to do. That's what we are here for today. But we will come face to face. We will have a confrontation today, and I'm sure he's planning some very nice things right now and thinking, I'm going to get him. I'm going to expose him. Fake expose him. He never practiced Islam. He doesn't even know what Islam means. And I'm proud of that. I'm going to show you today. So that's what's going to happen today. Still waiting, though. 15 minutes until he's supposed to be here. But since there is a delay in his arrival, I thought I should use this opportunity to explain what exactly happened to our debate. Because I announced before, as many of you know, that we were supposed to have a debate together, right? And we were in talks of that debate. And he made the debate challenge. That's what we agreed to. But unfortunately, that has been canceled. So yeah, let's see. So I want to summarize quickly what happened, because he's going around saying that I somehow fled from the debate and all that. So let's bring out the truth here. Let me share my screen here to show exactly what happened here under these in these debate discussions. So what happened is the following. Now, first off, Al-Dawah contacted me on Twitter and challenged me to a debate. Said, "Waste man, let's arrange a controlled debate face-to-face with audience in London." I'm going through this very quickly. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I said, no, online, moderated, that is what we're going to do. I'm not going to come to your location to London. So I insist on an online debate. He insists on a face-to-face debate. In the next step, he calls me little pussycat. It's the same thing. Do you accept face-to-face in your own country? So that was his own offer. He now offers a debate in my own country, which is America. So he offers to come to America. I hope the quality of this thing is okay. It should be fine. In the next step, I say, okay, fine. If you think I'm scared of facing you, if you think I'm scared of face-to-face, then let's do face-to-face without audience, moderated by Modern Day Debate. What about that? Then he's like, no, we can't do it without audience. We must have a live audience right there. It can't be live streamed. So we go. The next step, since he keeps insulting me, this is the worst thing I've ever said to him. I said, "Hey, pedo, if we can arrange a public debate in Texas, will you come and do it? That's all the conditions we need." I meanwhile talked with Modern Day Debate James and said, "Hey, let's do this in America. Let's do this in Texas. We can organize this. It should work." He agreed to this, but then later said California, New York, or London. And he wanted to pick one of these things. And then he later, further down, he sent me some, he said, "By the way, since you requested the link to anime porn," and then he started sending me anime porn screenshots, which is very weird. I never thought I would get these things from a Muslim preacher and Muslim proselytizer. So that's very, very curious indeed. Next step, what happened next will shock you. What happened next is what is the debate format, and then here we came to the topic. I said, "Is Islam true?" is the topic. That's what we have been talking about forever. He didn't like the topic and suggested that we change it to Islam or atheism instead. I didn't really want this because we're talking about Islam. I'm not here to defend atheism, whatever it is. But I thought, hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I will talk like 1 minute about atheism and the rest about Islam. So I agreed to it. I agree to that too. So far, I am agreeing to all his challenges and conditions almost. And then here he did something very suspicious, and this will remind people of what Mohammed Hijab did before, after he agreed to a debate with me. He came here and said, "Also, once we decide, if I can't get in US for whatever reason, the debate must continue in UK or any other country. This should not stop the debate." He said this on December 10th, a long time ago from now. Very curious, right? I already thought, wait a minute, is he planning something here? He probably is. But I nevertheless went ahead and gave him this final message and said, "Anything other than this final offer will be rejected. Thanks." So you can here clearly see that I never agreed to change the location under certain circumstances. I clearly said, this is what we are doing. Nothing else will be accepted. Thank you. You already see where this is going, right? Then he also made this weird condition to me and said, I just want one thing besides the debate, as I finally got that after embarrassing you. We will do a public open curse that if Islam isn't the truth, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curse me, and you say the same thing. You are sure Islam is false, so you will have no problem. I said to that, if you agree to the final conditions I have posted, I agree to do an open curse. So, and then here he says, brilliant, we will come to America, no doubt. So, so far what you see here is that he does offer America. He agrees to come to America. He offers that we do a curse fest. And I say, yes, I agree to that under the condition that you accept this debate offer and we have the debate in America. So, and today I agreed to meet with him on a curse fest, which is, I made a compromise, and I just keep making compromises, as you can see here. here, Modern Day Debate jumped in and said that he is going to make it easy for us and arrange it in LA or New York City. Ali Dawah, meanwhile, announced on his Twitter page that he's going to debate me in Los Angeles. But the same day, he texted James on Modern Day Debate and said, "Hey, I want to do it in Sacramento instead, not in Los Angeles." And James was like, why? Why would anyone choose Sacramento instead of Los Angeles? And I asked myself the same thing, but I thought, you know what? I don't care. I'm fine with it. Sacramento, fine. It's okay. Let's do that. So Ali Dawah, after everything is agreed, makes another weird change and says, "Hey, I want Sacramento instead, not Los Angeles." Fine. Okay, we accepted that as well. So he arranges all of that. And then what happens after that is here, suddenly, this last Sunday, Ali Dawah says, "I just spoke to my team in California and they informed me that I have to be fully vaccinated to enter the USA. Is this true? Is this true?" I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to assume here, but I guess I'm supposed to think that this guy is so incapable that he has to come here and ask us if that is true instead of simply looking that up and verifying that prior to making all these arrangements. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know how to describe this person without sounding extremely condescending, insulting, politically incorrect nowadays. I don't know, but he is coming here and saying, "Hey, I just heard I have to be fully vaccinated to enter the USA." Oh, really? You have just heard that? You mean you have not followed? You mean you're living under a rock? Because that's what everybody is talking about, that you need to have vaccines to travel to countries. And America is all over the news, even if you are not in America. And you just heard that for the first time? That's a huge surprise to you? Are you supposed to sell me that? I mean, am I now supposed to believe that Ali Dawah is a complete idiot or that he is a liar? I'm not sure, but I'm just I'm not trying to insult anybody, but this is just so weird. Anyway, so, and then he says, "Cause I am not vaccinated and do not plan on getting vaccinated. I hope this won't be used by a puss to avoid having debate somewhere I can enter." Oh, really? Is it me? Am I avoiding the debate when you agree to America and then you suddenly say, "Oh, you know what? I just learned that I have to have a vaccine and I don't take the vaccine, so I can't come. Now let's go to Afghanistan." Afghanistan is not very far off. Just kidding, it is off. But what he did offer in the end was Mexico. I said, "I don't know, arrange it. If you have to, then just do it. It's just a vaccine, not a brain surgery." And he said, "Last I remember, my friend Mohammed Hijab, whom I'm sure you remember well, I'm your teacher, boy, took the jab and was nearly dying due to blood clots. And that wasn't my reason. I've been staying away from it since I stay away from many vaccines. So I haven't taken it and don't want to take it." Here, it was revealed that Ali Dawah is anti-vaxxer, and that was just too much to me. I didn't want to go into that anymore. Uh, yeah, so he then said, "If I am willing to travel to the US, I'm sure we can meet in a neighboring country." And I said, "Dear Ali, follower of the pedophile, I don't think so. You insist on doing this in person. Therefore, I expect that this will take place in the US. I will not travel to a different country. If you do not want to do this, please do not further waste everyone's time. The time and effort we have had to waste thus far is enough." And then he said, "Pusillanimous weasel you are, and a coward. 17-year-old kid even embarrassed you." And yeah, I said, "As for more jobs, blood clot, just take the vaccine from professionals, not from your local Islamists and all that." But in the end, this is where it ended. After this, he began insulting me, and it just went all downhill. So this is how he canceled this debate. He asked me to come to Mexico instead, although I am not the one who insists on meeting face to face. He is. So why would I go to Mexico? And he just doesn't want to go online either, because apparently he needs a crowd that he can yell at me in front of. So that's the issue. Now, for those who joined later on, we are currently waiting for Ali Dawah. He will send me a link, as he said. And as soon as we have that, we will have Ali Dawah on here as well. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm waiting for him right now. I'm just using the time to give the whole background of the issue. What he wants to do today with me here is a process, a certain thing that Muhammad did in his time called mubahala, I think it's called, and it's a thing that Muhammad did with Christians in Arabia, where he said to the Christians, "Hey, bring your families and I will bring my families, and then we will ask Allah to curse the one who is a liar or who lies about his religion." And apparently that's how he challenged the Christians, and the Christians saw that he actually did bring his family members, and they thought, you know what, we're not going to do that. We should probably not do that. I don't think this is okay. So and the Christians thought, dude, what the hell, man? He actually brought his you know, his grandchildren to ask for the curse of Allah. So the Christians thought, okay, this is too much for us. They just went away. But Ali Dawah thinks, hey, since the Prophet Muhammad, who is the perfect moral example, did such a thing, we should do such a thing as well. So instead of debating me online, which is apparently not good enough for him, he wants to have a curse fest online with me. So soon we will start having a curse fest together, and then everything will be fantastic. I don't know why it tells me right now on my screen that there are 2 people viewing right now. That's probably a mistake. It's 2,000. Okay, yeah, I thought I dropped for some reason. I don't know. So yeah. And today we are supposed to meet together, and we are supposed to ask for the curse of Allah, because what he thinks is that I am actually scared of Allah, and that I deep inside know that Islam is true and that Allah is real. So, and today we have to come together and demonstrate how amazing it is to ask for the curse of Allah. Fantastic, right? What a childish thing to do. What a childish thing to do. I still don't know what he's going to come with. I'm pretty sure he's going to bring some extra guests and then say, ha ha ha, you're scared of these people, right? You're scared of Muhammad Hijab or Farid, right? That's all I'm expecting from people like himself. And yeah, I haven't talked very much about him. He has been posting about me for weeks non-stop. And this is the least I can do now, since he doesn't want to debate me. I don't know. One of the questions should definitely be why he doesn't want to debate me online. And you will hear his idiotic reasoning. Like, when we are face to face, I can humiliate you in front of 5 million people, and they will laugh at you, and you will get anxiety. LOL. Something like that. Okay, I'm still waiting. Ali Dawah, please don't leave us hanging. People are trusting you. People are trusting you. Yeah, so let's see. Anyone has any ideas on questions that I should ask Ali Dawah? Ali Dawah really reminds me of Ali G. Who knows about Ali G? Who knows about Ali G? Ali G. But someone said it's 9 in the UK. That's not true. It's 8. It's 8. Yeah, it's 8. Who knows about Ali G? I think Ali Dawah is like the Islamic version of Ali G. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, one funny thing that Al Dawa probably wants to do, or and his people want to do probably, is to sit here together and ask for Allah's curse, and then he wants to wait for me to get sick like 2 years later, and then say, see, we asked Allah for a curse and Allah punished him. This is how Allah reveals those who insult him. So I just have to make sure, I just have to explain to him, you know what, that's not how we're going to do this. If we are asking Allah, the supposedly almighty God, for a curse, then we should ask for a curse that will be more specific, more time specific, because I mean, we're talking about Allah, right? He should be able to respond to. I mean, if we are commanding Allah to do something or asking Allah to do something, I don't think it will be rude to ask Allah for a more specific thing. I mean, if Ali Dawah thinks he has the capacity to ask Allah for such things, I don't think Allah will be annoyed by more specific instructions. Okay, we're still waiting, Ali Dawah. Dear Ali Dawah, a dear friend, Ali Dawah, my dear friend, where are you? Please, Ali Dawah, please do not leave us hanging. Where are you, Ali Dawah? We are all waiting, Ali Dawah. Da, da, da, ba, da, ba, da. Oopsies. Oopsies. What did I do? Funny. Kay just posted a link to my own channel, and I just accidentally clicked on that. Hey, nice to see you here, Kay. Thank you for helping. What did somebody say? No, let's see what people want me to ask him. I didn't really prepare the most profound questions to ask. I just want to ask him some very basic things that he should explain to us so that we can know more about his beautiful beliefs. This is a curse fest, everybody. He's the type to get hijama against COVID. Hijama is a Muslim alternative medicine healing practice that also exists in different cultures, but Muhammad himself practiced it and said it's very good. It doesn't actually have any health benefits. It's so it refers to different practices like cupping, letting blood out, and so on. It's just and people in the 21st century still practice that and think, hey, it's totally good because Muhammad did it, you know. Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, where are you? Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, where are you? Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, where are you? I said cupping, not cucking. Sven, that's not what I said. XXWLZXX said, why does he insist on in person? Why not over the internet? WTF? Well, you see, among advanced civilizations, we make use of technology like internet, for example, and we have online interviews, discussions, debates. But among not so advanced people, that is frowned upon. They want to hold on to their old ways and want to, physically intimidate you and all that. That's why the Dawah doesn't want to have an online debate, but wants to meet in person instead. Oh, somebody said Dying Light 2. I know I play games, and I know that game was released today, and I kind of want to do that instead of wasting my time asking for a curse from the big zombie Allah. Thak Ali Dawah, he ain't worth a piz. It's not what I said. You said it. Okay, Ali Dawah, come on, where are you? I still didn't receive a message. Ali Dawah, what's going on? Everyone's waiting for you. Ali Dawah, where are you? Ali Dawah, don't leave us hanging. Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, come on, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Ali Dawah, Dawah. Oh, wait. What? Okay, funny. He wants me to join him on StreamYard. I can't join him on StreamYard. I am already on StreamYard. Dude. So he told me since 2 days ago that we are going to meet on Zoom, which is why I took my own platform, StreamYard, to stream it simultaneously on here so that we don't use the same platform so that we can do it. And now he's telling me, hey, it's not Zoom, it's actually StreamYard, which I am using right now to stream this. And if I have to join his StreamYard channel, then I cannot keep this live stream going on, which is dumb. That's again his fault, but he will, of course, if this doesn't happen for some reason, he will again say, look, he found a way again to escape from our debate challenge. Ha ha ha, I knew it. Ah, God, what the hell is going on? What is it with these people? Come on, you said Zoom. You said Zoom, Ali D. I'm going to speak his language. Hey, you said Zoom, do Zoom, cause I am using StreamYard. I hope he understands me. I'm speaking his language right now. I think he's fluent in that. So, 2,500 people. Everyone is waiting for you, Ali Dawah. What are you doing? And yeah, I just want to share my private messages screen just to show to everybody that we are indeed messaging and what is indeed going on. Not that people later say, hey, you're just making this up. This is not actually happening. But how can I show only his messages without showing all the other messages that are also here on the screen? Dude, see what I'm dealing with? Can everybody please tell me, have patience? Have patience. We are with you. We are with you. Is he coming? I don't know. I don't know. So here is the screen share just to show what's going on so that people don't think I am talking to myself here. I'm only. What happened here is Al-Dawah is messaging me and he's saying it's StreamYard. I will try. I'm sending link to Zoom now. StreamYard not working for us. Oh, okay. He's doing it. He's going to send a Zoom link now. Okay. Whoa! I got the Zoom link. Oh. Well, I guess they can let in whoever they want. Yeah. Funny. Oh, that's your fault, Al-Dawah. I hope they can change the thing now. Okay, let's see. How do we do this? How do we do this? What? Yeah, okay. We will be here very soon. I know, this is very exciting. They say it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Still waiting to be let in. This is what you encounter when you deal with Al-Dawah. Constant plan changes, and then it's all my fault again. Have some guts, be a man. I want to play a lot of Muhammad Hijab audio footages right now. Does Dawah know that sperm or semen do not come from between the spine and the ribs? What are you talking about? The Quran clearly says it does. Do you know better than the Quran? You don't, so please be quiet. Kanishk quote says, why did Saudis ban Dawah boys? Oh, okay, here we are. No, I'm still waiting. Dude, this is annoying. This is so annoying. Test speaker and mic. Speaker, what am I supposed to do here? Bear with me. Okay, give me a minute. As my microphone, I select my actual microphone. And as my thingies, I do thingies.
Recording in progress.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me. All right, give me a moment. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Is my voice okay? Is my sound okay? I'm sorry, we have conflicting things going on here because we're trying to use all the technical stuff at the same time for two different platforms. AP got cursed. Do you hear me? Loud and clear. Okay, fantastic. Amazing. Wonderful. Okay, let's see now. How do we do this? How do we do this? I hope I don't freeze here again. All right. Hi, do you hear me? You are muted.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear
Okay,
you. Yeah.
okay, fantastic.
2 minutes.
Fantastic. Now let me try to share this on my own screen. Okay, there we are. Ali, can you say something for a minute for a second so we can test something? You're muted. Okay, did everybody hear that little sound? Did everybody hear that little sound? Yeah, okay. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, wonderful, fantastic. I think this is going to work. I think the setup is going to work. So what they are doing is they're currently setting up their on their own part, their own issues. And meanwhile, I think he said, what is this, man? Can I not arrange a side-by-side thing that is equal in size? I can't, apparently. I don't know why he's miming here. Okay, no, he's muted right now. That's why he muted himself, because they're going to start soon. That's what is going on, I believe, on their side. But everyone can hear me as soon as he unmutes himself. We will be able to hear him. I can't hear him right now either.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, good. 1 second. 1 second. Imran. So. Okay, just 1 second.
All right. More and more time. I muted myself, so he cannot hear me. Everybody else, you guys can hear me. But yeah. So I said, what is happening today for those who missed it is
Okay.
that,
You ready,
he's
bro?
talking.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay, we're going to have a curse fest.
All right.
That's it.
Can you hear me, yeah?
I hear you, yes.
Good, good. Going to fall in love with my voice. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, yes. Okay. we starting ready? Yeah? Dishan, ready? Are you ready?
I believe so, yes. Everyone is ready,
Okay.
right?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Before I start, I want to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, the most just. All praises, glory, and gratitude belong to Him. So we're going to start off now, and want to make a few things clear. So we're just on the same point, inshallah. Is that firstly, I'm not going to be muting because that would be unfair. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me that he did this kind of with Daniel Hakikatu. He might have his reasons, whatever, but I'm not going to mute. We're going to listen to him as well, inshallah. One thing that's really clear, I just want to make clear as well, is that this is not a debate, because my debate challenge with Apos was that it's going to be face to face. That's condition that I've set. We'll come to that later of why that didn't happen, etc. We'll come to that later. That's a whole different topic. This is a challenge of a mubahala, yeah, which is an open curse. So because this is exactly the thing that what I challenged Apos to, he agreed on. We're going to start off with that. That is my opening statement, if you want to say. I'm going to pass it on to Apos. I'm not going to interrupt him. If there's anything that he would like to say before we start the mubahala, he can talk, listen to.
Sure. So I want to say, first off, I explained to everybody here already what we were supposed to do initially was to have a debate. I agreed to an online debate. Al-Dawah insisted on a face-to-face debate, insisted that we do it in America, then said for some reason that he cannot come to America because he can't take the vaccine and he's against vaccines and all that. So we are supposed to have this little curse fest today, because apparently I actually know that Islam is true and I'm a liar, and we are supposed to expose that today, which I find very funny. Now, I made a few conditions to Al-Dawah before I agreed to do this. First off, I said I agree to do a curse during our talks only under the condition that you also agree to the debate conditions. That's what we originally said. So he would come to America, we would have a debate on Islam, and I would then also engage with him in this little curse fest. Now, that didn't happen, but I still made a compromise and still said, hey, you know what, I'm okay with it. I will do the whole childish curse thing where we ask the imaginary guy for curses and all that. But I also said, as a condition, since I make a compromise, I have 3 conditions, and one of them is that I ask you 5 questions and you must answer them directly. That is what I said. So I would like to do that before we go on with the curse. But first off, I would ask Al-Dawah a very simple question. Just because I'm curious. This is not part of the questions. I'm just curious, and I'm sure everybody else is also curious who is not familiar with Islamic culture and all the childish nonsense and superstition surrounding Islam. What exactly does Al-Dawah expect from this little curse fest? What exactly does he think will happen? What exactly will that prove to him? What does he think the outcome of this will be?
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, good. Okay, so like I said before, we're going to come to why the debate didn't happen after the curse. Yeah, now let's make something very clear. Alhamdulillah, every chapter of the Qur'an starts with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Do you know that, Apos?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, except which chapter?
Except chapter 9, which is Tawbah.
Surah Tawbah.
Yeah.
Good. So
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about his mercy.
My knowledge here? What is this?
No, we have to, of course. That's a different issue. We're gonna come. So every single chapter of the Quran starts with Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, except Surah Tawbah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about Allah's mercy and talks about many ways, etc., turning back to him, etc. So when somebody persists on disbelief, now disbelief, there are disbelievers who Allah talks in Surah Mumtahina, those who do not fight you and kick you out of your households, Allah does not forbid you from being kind and just to them. So a disbeliever, you do not put them into the category of general category. There are those who do not fight you and want to kick you out of your houses, etc. Yeah. So therefore, when you tell somebody that you are lying, when somebody Fareed has done 50 videos and you ignore them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, okay, if you, after evidence is brought forth, you persist on disbelieving, then it's very simple. We are so certain and sure of our religion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al Imran, verse 61, that you bring your children, we bring our children, you bring your family, we bring our family, and we do an open curse. Now, the reason we're doing this is because, from my perspective, just to clarify, is because Islamophobia, when somebody is an Islamophobe, Yeah, like for example, you have ISIS. ISIS, when they come and speak and say certain things, their foot soldiers take action and kill innocent non-Muslims on the road. And the same thing happens with the Islamophobia industry. When they utter certain things, and you have individuals like the one who carried out the New Zealand Christchurch attack, you have people who take matters into their own hands and see Islam and the Muslims as their enemies and take the matters in their own hands by massacring 51 people. So therefore, when somebody like Apos, who has done videos where his following is like this, general people as well, but also those who have a anti-hate, they have a hate towards Islam, they take the matters in their own hands. My wife, when she's walking down the road, when her hijab is ripped off, when I am walking down the road with a beard or a phobe and somebody tries to run me over, and I'm not saying this happened to me, I'm saying these things that follow, this is a person who is outright, directly or indirectly, calling for the dehumanization of Muslims, especially somebody like Apos, who has done a video mocking the death of pilgrims who have no weapons. In the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, when they were going to Mecca, they had no arms. Innocent individuals who were going to do pilgrimage. And this individual here, Apos, mocks the death of these individuals. You have dehumanized Muslims to a certain level where individuals who watch your video, I believe the individual who carried out the Christchurch attack, if he was to watch your video, would he say, I changed my mind about Muslims, or I think I should carry extra bullets? That is the reason why I'm doing the open curse, because you are an individual who I believe indirectly have caused the life of innocent Muslims. I'm not saying directly. You do not go and say, go out and kill Muslims. So that is the reason why we're doing the curse, just to clarify. Does that make sense?
Sure. Thank you for the preaching session.
It's okay.
I just want to
carry on? Or are you okay?
I want to ask you something in return to that, just so I can give a response to that as well.
And I know what you're going to say.
I'm sure you have watched many of my videos. You've posted about me for weeks now, where you post about all the stuff that I talk about in my videos. Are you aware that I posted many videos, including one that is dedicated, in which I explain that I do not hate Muslims, that I find it wrong to hate Muslims, and that I condemn violence and discrimination against people? Are you aware of that?
Can I answer?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just asking, so I don't want.
Just quickly,
he cut me off, and it's the interview. So I confronted many people. I'm not someone that's on my bedroom. I don't stay in my bedroom like a keyboard warrior.
Okay, can you just answer
let me
my
be straight frank. That's the one issue that I had with you. You're in your little bedroom, face to face, because Tommy Robinson, Britain First, Paul Golding, Avi Yemeni, Lawrence Southern, the list goes on. I come face to face. Yeah, I don't sit in my bedroom and like Tommy Robinson. Yeah, these individuals say the same thing. You know what they say to me? Ali, I've got an issue with Islam. I haven't got an issue with the Muslims. When I'm like, hold on a second, mate. Andres Breivik, who carried out another massacre. Yeah, I think it was Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in that country, in his manifesto, if I'm not mistaken, he also mentioned Ayaan Hirsi. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Tommy Robinson was also mentioned along those lines. When these people, and also I want to say my local mosque in Finsbury Park, where my in-laws stay, a man drove a van into Muslims. Yeah, this man was inspired by Tommy Robinson. Now you go to Tommy Robinson, which is now classed as one of 20 terrorists in the UK. He's by name. It's been officially announced by the Met Police terror unit. He says the same thing. He says, look, man, I always say Muslims are my friends. I joke with Muslims, this, that. Man, you are the same scumbag. When I confronted you, you couldn't even bring one verse. This Tommy Robinson, by the way. Yeah. So I say the same thing. And he says exactly what you said. Ali, I do videos. I clarify. I'm not a hate preacher. But that guy driving the van didn't say, Tommy was telling me Muslims are okay. He went directly to kill innocent people and one person died. So you have blood on your hands, indirectly or directly.
Okay, can you answer the question?
Well, that's a good question.
Can you answer the question that you never answered the question?
I did.
No, are you aware that I made such videos and that I said such things?
Yes, I just repeated and I said I'm aware.
Okay, good.
Yes, I'm aware, but I'm saying that doesn't justify it because Tommy Robinson is a hate preacher who's a terrorist now, labeled as a terrorist.
I understand.
Thank you.
Do you know if I ever made a video or if I ever said that it is justifiable or okay to kill or punish Muslims or people who convert to Islam?
Categorically, you have not ever said in any video that you should go out and hunt or kill Muslims. But again, the problem, if you allow me to just elaborate, the problem arises again.
That was not the question, though. My question was, did I ever say anywhere that it is
Yeah.
okay or acceptable
No,
or
I
good
just-
to kill or to hurt
Okay.
or to harm
Can you hear-
Muslims
can
or
you
people
hear
who
me?
convert to Islam? Yes, you didn't answer the
Okay.
question. Please answer the
Okay,
question.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Then how could you say I didn't answer? I just answered it.
Because you said
I'm
go
doubting
out
the
and
mic
hunt
now.
and this and that. So
No,
you should
no.
be
I
specific
said
about what I
I'm
asked
testing
you.
the mic because I said you did not ever say that.
Okay, sure.
I said that.
Okay, now can I ask you two more questions?
No, you can't ask me no questions. You're going somewhere else. We
No,
made
no.
it clear why we're doing this.
I'm responding to you.
Let's go to the mubahala.
I'm responding to the thing. Did you or did you
No.
not make a video in which
No,
you
I'm
said
going to give you a
that-
last chance.
Did
Look,
you or did
answer
you
it.
not
I'm
make
going
a
to give you a
video
last
in
chance.
which
But we
you
need to go
said
to the
that people
mubahala.
who leave Islam should be executed?
This we're going to come to that. Look, I'm telling you. You know what? I would come to that. What I'm saying now is we have to do the mubahala. I have very categorically and clearly said that Islam has a law, a legislation that applies capital punishment for people like you. But guess what? I got a present for you.
Okay,
A present for you. You're going to love.
so
but we're going to come to that.
okay,
We're going to come to that.
then let me quickly
Yeah?
respond to your preaching.
And I am
because
proud of
I
that.
didn't talk as long
I
as
am proud
you
of that.
Okay, let me quickly respond to your preaching.
Yeah?
So you preached lengthily and said that people like me, because we talk about Islam, are somehow to be blamed for indirect or direct violence against Muslims. But as it
yeah.
stands, I explicitly always oppose hating and harm and violence, and I have never advocated for it. On the other hand, Dawah has never ever made such a categorical, opposition or condemnation of violence against people for their beliefs and ideas and all that. On top of that, he did make a video in which he explicitly said that people like me who leave their religion should be executed, and that he's proud of that. But I am the one who is indirectly responsible for taking people's lives.
Okay, can I speak? Can I speak?
Go ahead.
You're going to make me cry there. I'll be honest. I watched Titanic, but it wasn't that emotional as what you just said there. I'm going to start crying.
Oh, beautiful.
Can you pass me a tissue, please? I need a tissue right now. You get that. So let's just get this right, guys. Yeah, a dramatic Ali Dawah, please.
Do you see me crying? Do you see me sad? No. I'm
anyways. Look, I listen to you. Listen, that's my turn. Yeah. Now we're going to go to the mubahala. This question that you asked, remind me. We're going to come to it. It's just I don't want to divert off. What you said, I'm going to make that categorically clear, but I know you're diverting. So I need to get you back on track. Yeah? Now, let's start off with the mubahala, and then we can slowly go on to Ali wants me this, that, and all this kind of horror movies. Yeah? You've probably been watching Paranormal Activity. Yeah? Okay. So, and before we do that,
I've been
I'm making
watching
very
you.
categorically clear.
I've been watching
I
you
have
who says
never
apostate
ever
should be
asked for
killed.
anybody, innocent individuals, to be killed, be they a murtad or not a murtad.
Am I innocent?
Categorically. But we'll come to it.
Am I
That's just my
innocent?
disclaimer.
Can you quickly say that? Am I innocent according to you?
We'll come to that. We're going to come to that.
It's a very quick answer. Just say one word. Am I
We're gonna
innocent
come to
according
that.
to you?
We're going to come to that. I've given
Okay.
you my word.
Am I innocent
promise
according to you?
We're going to come to that.
Okay, just give me
Let's
one
start
answer.
the mubahala.
Just give me one answer. Am I
Let's
innocent
start the
according to you?
mubahala. Please.
Can you
Let's
just
start
give
the
me
mubahala.
just one word?
I'm not doing it.
Just one word.
I'm not giving you nothing.
Just one word. Am I innocent
Nothing.
according to you? No,
Zilch.
we know. No.
Zilch.
So when you say innocent, that doesn't
Mubahala.
mean anything because I'm not innocent according to you.
Let me know when you're ready.
Well, I have to ask you the 5 questions. So do you agree again? I can already.
Mubahala.
I understand. I understand.
La
What
la
I'm
la
saying
la
is.
la.
What I'm
You
saying
naughty,
is.
naughty.
Okay, I
You
want to
teasing me?
remind you.
You naughty, naughty.
Do you agree once more that
Mubahala.
you will answer
Let me know
5
when you're ready
questions
for
that I will
Mubahala.
ask you? Okay,
Let
fine,
me know
fine,
when you're ready for Mubahala.
Fine, I have the screenshot of you accepting the conditions anyway. I'm ready.
No
Fine.
problem. Okay,
I'm ready.
good. Okay, thank you.
Now we're
So
doing
let's
the
just move
curse
on.
fest, everybody.
Woo! It's gonna be party time.
Curse
Yeah? Okay.
fest.
So, Apus, this is you're invoking. It's a dua. You can put your hands up, or you can, however you would like to do it. Invoke the curse of God, or you're close to the Christian apologist now, or you can ask the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's up to you. Yeah, maybe you get your donations go a bit up. Yeah.
But I'll ask
So-
Allah. The imaginary
Yeah, whoever. No,
Trinity.
if you want, you can ask the Trinity, the God of Trinity, because you're close with the Christians. Yeah,
I
David
will
will be
ask,
happy as
ask
well.
the Arabian god of the Kaaba.
No problem. Okay, so time is yours. I'm going to give you however you like. It's 30. Well, let me just get 1 second. 1 second. Okay, it's 8:31. You can go, and you have your time.
Or do you want me to go ahead right now with the
Yes,
Mubarak?
please, if you
Okay,
can,
sure.
please. It'll be a pleasure.
Sure. Since it has not been exactly
you can
clarified
put your hands up as well,
how
if
it
you
should be done, I would like to ask Allah, the supposedly Almighty God, for a curse that will be very specific. I don't think it's too much to ask. He is Almighty. He can do whatever he wants. Let's do this. So, dear Allah, who is the Arabian God of the Kaaba.
Can you do this? Can you do this?
No,
Like-
I can do this.
Okay,
How about
okay.
that? How about that? Dear,
Like this. Oh,
like this.
Okay.
This is how I pray to Allah. To Allah. You can pray however you want. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
like
It
this,
doesn't
yeah.
exist. It doesn't
Wow.
exist. It's fake.
He was an ex-Muslim and he prayed like
Yeah.
this.
No, I pray like this. Allah, Arabian god
Neither
of
do I.
the Kaaba, who took over the place of the polytheists and who sent his prophet Mopus. Dear Allah, I ask you, if you are real and if Islam is true, and if I am lying about Islam, if I am lying about Islam, if I am wrong deliberately, then please, right now, take my life within the next 10 seconds.
Within the next 10 seconds. Okay, now that's good. Now, guys, did I stop you and did I butt in? Okay, let's wait for 10 seconds. Okay,
10
let's wait.
seconds are over. Fine. See?
No,
See?
I think there were
See?
2 more seconds left. 1 second.
Why does Allah not?
What? Guys, check this out. Okay, can I speak now? Okay.
I'm pretty sure Allah will be okay with this. He doesn't have to wait for us to
Okay.
finish, right?
Okay. Okay.
Everybody,
Like
you're seeing this, right? You see the result? I'm not dead. I'm alive. That's fantastic.
just let me know when you finish. I don't want to
Thank you.
interrupt you. Let me know when
Sure,
you
go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
You finish it? Okay, all right, good.
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Now, guys, this is how he fell in my trap. I got a
Yeah.
surprise for you.
What is it?
Okay, now this is where you're gonna get a bit nervous. You're gonna need that drink. Make sure you don't drink it because you're gonna end up choking on it. Now,
Just get to the point.
Apus, do you not claim you're an ex-Muslim?
Yes. Do you not claim that you know about the Mubahala,
1 second.
right? I know where this is
Ex-Muslim.
going. Do you
Okay,
not
let's
claim
check.
that you know everything about Islam? Do you not know that
1
the
second.
Mubahala has actually done this
Do you
and
not
this? and what?
claim that you was a practicing Muslim?
Yes, I do.
Let's give that another tick. We've got 2 ticks so far. Not bad. Okay. Do you not claim you know more than 90% of the Muslims?
Yeah, I'm not sure about 90%. It might be 95, but sure, around those.
Make it
Yeah.
99.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
How about
say,
that?
I wouldn't say 99. No, but 90.
Okay, 95 is okay. I'm
Okay,
happy
no,
with that. It
let's
makes it
say
better.
90.
The higher it goes,
I'll be okay. 90. Yeah.
the higher it goes, better for me. So you said
90.
you know more about Islam than 95% of Muslims, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Sure. 95.
Okay,
is
no
good.
problem. Let's give that another check. Now,
90,
we've got
95. I
three-
don't know. I have to think about this, but sure. Yeah. 90,
Okay, no problem. Now, 3 ticks are better than 0 ticks.
Mhm.
Now, as an ex-Muslim who is practicing, who knows more than 95% of the Muslims, wouldn't he know? Are you guys ready? Wouldn't he know that mubahala cannot be done with an atheist?
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yes. Because
Well, let me
why?
down for that.
Because why?
Oh, 1 second. 1 second.
Because
Do
why?
you not know a mubahala is ibadah? I mean, sorry. Do you not know it is a dua?
Yeah. Sure. I know. Because,
Okay.
Because
what
Muhammad
is a
himself
dua?
offered it to people who believe in God.
What
He said,
is
we
a dua?
pray to our God.
Okay.
right?
What is a dua, Apus? What is a dua?
You ask God, right?
No. What is the dua?
What is a dua? What do you want me to say?
What
Tell
is
me.
a dua?
Tell me.
You
Stop
don't
these,
know.
Stop these issues.
You
Just tell
don't
me. Just get
know.
to the point.
Ex-Muslim more than 95%, he does not dua. Dua is what? Dua is ibadah.
Okay.
I even gave it away by
Speak
accident.
English. Worship.
One
Fine.
second. I'm going to say the dua, invocation, it's a form of worship.
Oh,
Worshipping
really?
who you call
I never
out
knew
to.
that. Asking the supernatural being for something is worship. Who
One
would have
second.
known that?
1 second.
Wow.
You can't do
You're
look.
enlightening
Mubahala,
me.
Allah talks about it in the Quran is with the Christians, Ahlul Kitab, and there's another verse which talks about the Mushrikeen.
Mhm.
You came here and you went with it like, yeah, I will do it, no problem. And now all along I was like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting for this guy to come and say, Ali, I'm an ex-Muslim who used to be practicing. You can't do Mubahala with an atheist who doesn't believe in God. Forget being a Muslim. Logically, how are you calling up to? Hello, who's anybody? Who are you calling out to? This is why I'm telling you, you're absolute ignorant. You're a 5-star, grade A, ignoramus fool. Straight up.
Okay.
Now
we're
that
done.
is done, and that was I couldn't believe. I was expecting you to come and say, Ali, you can't do a mubahala. And you know what you did? You don't even know the word mubahala. You just went and searched it up. Anyways, this is done. This shows again, it's the 17-year-old boy after that girl slapped you up. The 17-year-old boy actually humiliated you. Now again, Apus, your track record is crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy, bruv. You've been smashed up by everyone. But anyways,
Are you
that
done?
shows how ignorant you are. You don't even know what dua is, and let alone you know mubahala cannot be done with an atheist. Are you that jahil?
Are you done?
Anyways,
Are you done?
of course I'm done. I'm
Okay,
done with you.
Fine.
Let me just, you know what?
Everybody,
Ladies and gentlemen, look at his face. Let me say something for that.
everybody. Do you see the stupidity here that's going on? A Muslim comes out
I'm done.
and challenges
So are you.
me to a mubahala, an invocation to
even
Allah
know.
to curse us under the
You didn't even know.
implication that I am a liar and that I know that Islam is true, which is why he challenges me to ask Allah to curse me.
And you accept it.
So he challenges me to it.
Jahil.
I accept it. I say, fine, okay, let's see if I am indeed a liar or not. And then he's like, ha ha ha ha ha. See, you are so ignorant. You actually accepted my challenge.
Exactly.
Dude, are you dumb?
Exactly. Thank you.
I mean, you asked me as somebody who is an alleged liar, who actually knows that Islam is true, to speak to Allah and ask for his curses. And I
Yes.
accept it, despite knowing that I don't believe in the supernatural and that I cannot engage in worship, just to show to you how idiotic it is to ask me to
So did you
ask
know?
Allah for a curse. And then he says that I am the ignorant one.
Yes.
I mean,
Did you
this
know
is
that-
what we are dealing
okay,
with. This is the
Did you
intellect that
know?
we are dealing
Did you
with.
know
I
Mubahala?
shouldn't challenge you to a debate. I should challenge you to an IQ test. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. After a 17-year-old guy, we know who should do
And
that.
this is
Okay.
the embarrassing, cringe-worthy
Yes.
quality
Yes,
of
yes,
Muslim apologetics.
Look. Any Muslims that's watching this, they know exactly what.
Oh, they know exactly.
I'm done with that
yeah.
chapter.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
done with that. We're moving
Fine,
to the next
funny.
round. Yeah, I'm done with that. You
Now-
said that you
Now, can you come
know-
to your own part?
You said that you know. Okay, this is my
Okay.
party. You're ready for it, brother. We're gonna do the after party in a minute. Yeah. So did you say you know that you can't do it with an atheist? Did you say you know that?
I know that I cannot ask Allah for something technically. I just can pretend. What do
Okay,
you
no
think?
problem.
What do
Did
you
you
think?
know? Okay, did you say you know that you could have not done it, but you just done it? Is that what you said?
I know that I cannot. I know that a mubahala is a communication to God. I cannot do a dua either.
No,
I
it's not
cannot do a
communication to
worship
God.
either.
It's not
It is.
communication to
Of course
God.
it
It's
is.
asking the curse of God. Yeah.
Yeah, what is
Communication
that?
to dua is different.
If I ask Allah, doesn't that mean I'm trying to communicate to
Allah
God? Are you-
subhanahu wa ta'ala talks in the Qur'an about the caller that calls upon me, I respond to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't get that
And what
twisted
is
with the
that?
curse.
And what is that? Communication.
No, my friend,
Open
communication
a
in a
dictionary.
technical
dude.
sense. What I'm saying is this year. Did you say you know that you couldn't?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, where's the evidence? You said
Oh.
you know. So what's the evidence?
I don't know. I have to go into my brain.
You need to
and-
do. You need to
and
video.
I
You're
need
gonna
to go into my
after.
brain and pick out the knowledge that
But you don't-
that
what if you
I
don't have a
knew
brain?
I can't do
What if you
that,
don't have a brain?
which is why I have to bring it out here.
Okay, what if
Dude,
you don't have a
this-
brain? Where you
Is this
gonna
your
go?
logic? Is this your point? Is
Okay,
this how
if
you're
you don't have a
supposed
brain,
to
where do
argue
you
in a
go?
debate? Is this what
Okay,
you're going to
April.
go into do in a debate as well?
April,
Do you know
if
how
don't have
ridiculous you
a
look right now?
brain, if you don't have a brain, where do you go?
Where would I go? I don't know. Probably go back in time and search the invisible world for evidence that I actually knew that I cannot do this, just to prove to Ali Dawah how he
My
was
gosh.
right or how he was wrong.
My
Dude.
gosh. You know what? This tastes better in real life. When
Yeah.
watching a video, how stupid you are, but in real life, when you like, when you see something on TV, but then you experience it yourself, it's like, damn. Like when I'm watching it, I'm like, bloody hell.
Do you actually think you have made a
Wow,
fantastic
bloody
point
hell.
and that you that you look like the smart one here?
Anyway,
Do you think
oh
that?
my gosh.
Do you think you made a fantastic point today, Ali Dawah?
that fantastic is not the word. Is there not the word? Can we
Okay. Do you think you made a
Delectable
brilliant
word.
point today, Ali Dawah?
delectable? Amazing. Come
Oh,
on,
you
one more word.
did. You did. Everybody.
Magnificent.
Ali Dawah today made a fantastic
Extraordinary.
point. He
I'm
asked me,
flabbergasted.
he challenged me to ask Allah
This shows
to
how
curse
jahil
me,
you are.
and I accepted
How
it
jahil
just
you
to
are.
show to him how
Exactly.
ridiculous it is
Exactly.
that an atheist like
Exactly.
me asks Allah for a
Yes.
curse. And he
Yes,
says that
exactly.
just exposes how I am ignorant.
And how dumb you are. You don't need to be a Muslim. As an atheist, you could say to yourself logically, I don't believe in a God. How can I go and ask for the curse of something I don't believe? You don't
Yeah,
need to be a Muslim. Bro, a little child, you know that 17-year-old boy
Yeah,
who slapped you up, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
go to them. They will say, brother, you do you believe in God? No.
Ali,
So
let
how
me-
are you going on a platform to ask to invoke the curse of God?
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
don't believe
exactly
in
that's the
God?
point. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
how childish and
gosh.
idiotic it is.
Anyways, let's move
In
on.
fact,
Let's move on.
in fact, look, I have been live streaming
Let's
this
move
before
on.
we met, and during that live stream, I told my own audience how stupid it is of you to ask me to do this challenge. Go back in our stream right now, and you will see me saying that.
But then you came and did it.
People
Hello,
people
guys.
only
It's-
see
it's
how
very-
idiotic this
Hello,
is.
it's stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah,
I don't
to
believe.
show how stupid you
I
people
don't
are.
believe it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I was an ex-Muslim. Anyways, do you know why I'm dressed up like this?
Why?
Do you think
Is
I'm
it
going to a
because
wedding?
isn't that how you dress up all the time? Because you want to look.
This is because I'm
you want
going. I'm going to your funeral.
overcompensate
That's
for
why.
what?
Yeah, I'm going to your funeral. That's why I'm dressed up like this.
Oh, Oh, I'm
Yes.
dead. I'm dead.
Your
He got
intellectual
me.
funeral,
He got me.
by the
He
way,
killed
intellectual
me.
funeral.
He killed me with his brilliant words and his amazing vocabulary and his wonderful voice. I love that. Don't we all love the voice? Don't we all love to hear Al-Dawah? Don't we all love to hear him? And we are so proud of that, aren't we?
A'udhu billah.
Okay.
It's
Dear,
possessed. Let's do some Quran.
dear Al-Dawah.
Let's do some
Dear Al-Dawah.
Quran. Let's do some ruqyah.
Can you come to
Remember, you said you
your,
used to
can
listen
you
to
come
ruqyah.
to
It
your
was
dua
good
part
for you,
now?
but you said it might be a placebo effect. Like you said, it was working, but
Okay.
it was a placebo effect. It was working, but it was a placebo
Yeah,
effect.
okay. You're proud
Anyways,
of that. Okay.
no problem.
Okay. Can
Now-
you do your dua now? Come on.
No, no, I don't need to. There's, you can't do it. You don't understand. You're that stupid. You cannot do it. You're an atheist.
You
And you
can
can't.
do it, dumbass. You can do it.
You clown. You can't. Two people have to do it. You are not
Okay,
qualified.
fine.
You're an atheist.
Okay, I did it.
You
I did it
died.
anyway. I did it anyway.
Anyways,
Now you
exactly,
do
you
it.
clown.
Since you challenged me to something,
Well,
now
you
you
stupid.
should do it. Come on, do it.
Listen.
Do
Come
it.
here, let me slap you.
Do it.
Come here, let me slap you.
Do it. Come on.
Come here, let me slap you.
Stop trying to be Muhammad
let me slap
Hijab.
you.
Come on. Do it.
Come here, let me slap you.
Do it. Come on.
What kind of pusillanimity, stability, instability is this?
Can you ask Allah to curse you if you are a liar?
You know what I'll do? Yeah?
Do it.
I'll make a dua.
Yeah.
Oh Allah, this man, either guide him to Islam or deal with him the way you deal with him or silence him the way you befit. I personally would want Allah to deal with you, but Allah, oh Allah, there's enemies of Islam who's come back to Islam or accepted Islam, guide him. If he is not deserving of guidance or blames you, Allah knew, got slapped by that girl, oh Allah, guide him to Islam or deal with him. I mean, that's all I can say.
Guys, I have to tell
I
you,
need to
I have to
rest
give
Allah.
you a secret.
Now,
Al-Dawah
don't
keeps
give me secret, I don't
referring.
give you secret,
Al-Dawah
boy.
keeps referring to a
boy.
girl
Your boy.
a few days
Your
ago
boy.
who called
Anyways,
me as a girl.
Let's
Although
go.
privately he admitted to me that he knows it's not a girl, it's actually a
go.
guy. But he keeps referring
go
to him as a girl just so he
Yes.
can make a point. He's deliberately
Well,
lying, and I can
okay,
demonstrate that. Right
Okay,
after
on
this
this
one.
question, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened there? Boy or girl? It sounded like a girl to me. Boy or girl?
Okay,
Did you get?
ha- have-
did you get
haven't
dealt
you-
with?
No, haven't your own
You didn't
people?
get dealt with.
Haven't your own people
You didn't get dealt with.
told you that this is a that
Oh,
this
it's got
the
nearly
guy is a guy?
150,000 views. 150,000
Okay.
views. People saw how they
Have-
slapped you up on
haven't-
the issue of qadr.
Okay, can I ask you something?
They saw how
Do
they
you
slapped you
know-
on the issue of qadr.
Do you know that it's that's actually a guy? Have you been
That
told that?
remix? What are you talking about?
Do you know
What
that?
are you
Do you
talking
know
about?
it's actually a guy?
You're nervous. You know why you're nervous?
Do you
Anxiety's
know it's
kicking in.
actually a guy?
Because that girl, or I don't know if it's a girl or boy. Yeah.
Do you
okay.
know it's actually a guy?
How do you know? How do you know they're a girl?
I'm
How do
asking you. Do you know
How
it's
do you know the
actually a
pronouns?
guy?
How do you know? How do you know it's? How do you know the pronouns?
Do you
Huh?
know that it's actually
How
a
do you
guy?
know? How do you know?
Do you know
Huh?
that it's actually a
Yeah,
guy?
well, yeah.
So
You
he
making dua
does.
again.
He does, and
You
I can
clown. Be
demonstrate to
quiet,
you
man.
that he does indeed.
You're
know.
finished, man.
But
You're
he's
finished. You're a
lying
talker.
even to his fellow Muslims
Now,
just to make a point.
Let's go to chapter 49. We talked about what? I said let's go back to. I'm reminding you that apparently I said what? Apostasy. Let's talk about that now because you're finished. That's done.
No, I want to
this
ask you
is
five.
round two.
We need to come to my 5 questions. That's what you.
Okay, we're not coming to 5 questions. I have not agreed. This is not a debate.
Excuse me.
It's not a
Hey,
debate.
hey. Did
This
you
is not a
did you
debate.
agree or
You
not?
come face to
Hey,
face.
did you agree or
Face
not?
to face.
Did you agree or not
Face
that
to
we will that I will ask you 5 questions and you will respond to them?
No.
You agreed to
said
that.
to me,
You
and then
explicitly agreed to that.
Okay, you speak now.
You explicitly agreed to that. I have the message right here. I showed it earlier before our stream.
Show it.
I said
And I'll
yes.
show
I
it.
said yes. I will accept this
Show it.
under the condition that you accept 3 conditions. The first one is I will ask you 5 questions and you will answer. The second one is you will call me apostate prophet on the stream. The third one is you will not mute me. You accepted the 5 questions and you accepted the not muting. You didn't accept the other one. Is that true?
Okay, can I speak?
Just answer the question. Is that true? Why do you always have to give me a
Well,
novel?
I'm going to
Is
speak.
it true
I'm
or
asking
not?
you if I can speak because I don't want to say he keeps cutting me. Da, da, da. Can I speak?
Just answer the question.
Well, of course I'm going to answer the question. I know you're getting
Sure,
irritated.
go
I know
ahead,
your
go
anxiety's
ahead.
kicking in. I know you.
Oh yeah, my
I know
anxiety.
you. Ben
My
seni
anxiety,
çok iyi
yeah.
tanıyorum Rıdvan. Aklını alırım senin.
You can't speak English. You
I
can't speak Turkish properly. You cannot even
Aklını
speak Turkish
alırım.
properly. What is that?
Yes, dikkat et. Okay.
Did you or did you not accept the
Okay.
conditions? Come on, just
Fazla
go on. Get to the
dikkat
point.
çekiyorsun. Yapma.
Just
İlerle.
get to the
Okay.
point, man. What is this?
Okay. Now, guys, we'll translate that. That's a whole different story. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
He
fine.
said to me 3 conditions. Now, guys, I think before we go into the whole apostasy thing, let's make it clear of the debate. Well, how did this whole debate even emerge?
Answer the question.
Answering this question, he said to me, I have 3 conditions. The first condition is that I will not be muted, if I'm not mistaken. The second condition was that he's going to ask 5 questions. The third condition is that he doesn't want to be called Apos. Is that correct, Apos?
No, I didn't say that.
You did say that. You said I want to be called by my name, not but being called an apostate.
Yeah, I said my 3 conditions are 5 questions, that you refer to me only as Apostate Prophet on your title in the stream, and 3 that you will not mute me. Yes, that's the 3
That's what I
conditions.
just flipping said. Are you okay?
No, you didn't.
Are you
didn't.
okay?
No,
I
you
just
didn't.
said that.
You explicitly asked me for a specific title, which I didn't say. That's what
I
you
just-
mentioned. That's not what I said.
Okay, no problem. Whatever. Okay, no problem. Now, firstly, I said I have no right. I mean, I have no reason to accept your condition. Look, let's get something right. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I've got nearly triple the followers you have.
I don't
Let's
care.
manage this. You need me, bruv.
And yet you challenged me. I didn't
you
challenge
mad?
you.
Bruv, you need me.
And you
Remember
challenged
this
me.
pen?
I didn't challenge. Did I challenge you
Remember
to a
this pen?
debate? Did I challenge you to a
Remember this pen?
debate?
Remember this pen?
Did I challenge you to a debate, or did you
We're gonna come
challenge
to that.
me?
We're gonna come to that. Yeah, we're gonna come to that.
Did I challenge you
Now-
to a debate, or did you
No, one
challenge me?
second. One second. You challenged me.
No, you did. You challenged me.
No. In the beginning, 2 years ago.
You even
Okay,
said
alright.
to me, I initiated the offer. That's what you just
Okay, one
said.
second. Okay, did you not tell me that you would want to debate me? This is 2 years ago, not recently. Talk about 2 years ago. Did you not keep challenging me to an online debate?
You first did. I don't think I initiated that. I might
I
have.
am very
I might
sure
have
you
at some
initiated
point said, "Yeah, sure, yes, I want to have this debate." But
No,
it was
no,
you
bro,
who initiated. You on Twitter said, "Come to Speaker's Corner and this and this." That was the first challenge.
Okay, as far
Whatever
as
it
I
is.
remember, you might be correct. Yes, Allah says in the Quran, speak the truth even if it's against yourself. I'll speak the truth. If you claim that, if either I challenge you or I've been challenged, regardless, did I not say to you, because I need to do another check this year, yeah? Did I not say to you, come to London, I'll pay for your ticket, I'll pay for your 1-star hotel, okay, and we will have a debate.
Yes, you said
Okay.
that.
Did you
What
say
I
yes or no to that?
I said no to that.
Okay, good. One second. I need to get my notes out, yeah?
Yeah, sure. What? Where is he going? He just kicked himself out? I don't know. Oh, they are using free Zoom where they cannot go longer than an hour, right? Or is that, I don't know. What? Ali Dawah, you are gone. You kicked yourself out. You closed the room. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, meanwhile, while he is trying to come back, what a funny guy. Meanwhile, while he's trying to come back, I will actually show you once more what I offered to him. Let's see this. Where's my messages? Where are my messages? Post attendee. Dude. His greatest point today was that he challenged me to a cursing fest, and I accepted it. And I shouldn't have accepted it. That shows I'm ignorant. Oh boy, this is amazing. This is hilarious. Wait, he asked me to join again. This is so stupid. I don't know. I don't believe I'm doing this. What's going on here? Now what's going on here? He asked me to join again. I'm trying to join again. Just a minute. I think it's working now.
Recording in progress.
Hello?
Yes, give me a minute. Give me a second.
Yes.
Give me a
Why, what
second.
happened? Why, what's going on? Are you Googling? Hey, first, are you Googling? I
What
can't
would
see you. I
what
can't
would
see you. Are you
what would I
Googling?
be? What would I be Googling?
You're
What
the
would I be
Google master.
Googling?
You don't come out of your bedroom. How can I? Let me guess. How do I win a Muslim in a debate?
I'm actually live streaming
quickly.
on my own channel right now.
How do I? Yeah, that's no
Genius.
problem. How do I win? By the way, put this up. It shouldn't be unlisted. Yeah, okay. And
Oh,
call it an
really?
interview.
Oh, really?
Don't call it
It shouldn't be
interview. Yeah,
unlisted.
don't say that was the interview. You know, like Daniel Hakikachu. Yeah, you're having too many interviews. You should be a reporter. You should apply for journalism.
All right, let's see.
Come on, first. I can hear click. I can hear click.
Okay, there I am.
Come on, don't look at your computer. Yeah, that's why I want face to face. I want to look at you in the eyes.
Ali Dawah, I am
You're finished.
I am
Yes,
live streaming
anyways.
on my own channel right now. Why do you think?
That's fine. That's
do
fine.
you
No
think?
problem.
Do you think it's very interesting that you accuse me of looking
No
something
problem.
up? People can see me right on my
No
screen.
problem. No problem. It's fine.
What a
It's
child,
okay.
man.
Yes, no problem. Anyway, so
Okay, where were we?
I invited you to London. Did you say yes or no?
No, I said no.
Okay, good. So that's one no. Okay. Then some time went by. You came back again because your guys you challenge everybody and you get smashed by everybody, but you can't carry on challenging. But consistency is key anyway. So carry on. So, anyways, you said to me online debate. I said to you, no, face to face. Did you say yes or no to a face to face?
And initially I said no. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Then after some pressure, you said yes, face to face. Then you said audience. Audience. Did you say yes or no to an audience?
If we didn't talk about an audience, I initially said we meet face to face, no audience.
Good. So no audience.
And
Okay.
that didn't happen after pressure. That happened because I made arrangements
Yeah.
with Modern Day Debate to do this.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah, I can prove that to you.
We believe you. We believe you. Okay, so when it comes to you're gonna laugh a lot. We're having fun, man. This is after party. I didn't know it was gonna be this fun.
No,
Okay,
after that, we'll come to my backstory as well. So.
No, we are. So, anyways, yeah, you're gonna. That's right. You're gonna have to have your say on it. So, just to be fair, okay.
Yeah, sure,
now,
sure.
so did you when I said I'm gonna stream on my channel? Did you say yes or no?
I said no because Modern Day Debate is the organizer, so they should have exclusivity in terms of streaming live. And afterwards, we can publish it. That's what I said. Right?
Okay, no problem. I've got 4 no's here.
Oh.
When someone says no, it's a no.
Okay.
So now the thing I'm asking is the following. I'm asking for you to come. I'm paying for your ticket and 1-star hotel to come. You say no. I say face to face. You say no. I say audience. You say no. I say, can I stream? You say no. Or the only word you know is no. So then afterwards, we agree that I come to America. I travel all the way 13 hours, come there, yeah, to do your intellectual burial, yeah. So therefore, when I came, I said New York, California, or somewhere else. One of these 3. Okay, that's the only thing that I said. Okay, we agreed on. I spoke to James, and James was busy. We agreed on California. And I was looking for Sacramento. I had no idea that US is that strict on getting a jab. Okay, I don't want to mention the words. They're going to bloody end up censoring it. They were this strict. My team in California, which I have screenshots of, said to me, you have to get vaccine. And I thought to myself, no, I'm sure I can come and show that I don't have the virus. They said, you are not getting in. When I found that out, I came and I said, James, I cannot get in. Is this true? And which you guys confirmed, no, you can't. So I know you're looking for any excuse for it not to happen. So I said, what is the closest country that you can come without an excuse? Mexico. That's the only place. I know you're not going to come anywhere else. I said Mexico. Did you say yes or no to a Mexico?
I said
to Mexico.
No, very clearly. No.
Okay, that's 5 no's.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to you now. You can, if you want to explain your side. I have 5 no's. Please tell me how these are yes.
Okay. Apparently, we are doing this instead of doing Ali Dawah's part of the agreed mubahala. So he's not keeping up any of his agreements again, as usual. I'm not surprised. But fine. If you want to so badly go through with questions and answers, let's do this, dear Ali Dawah. Please answer to me. At the beginning of our debate talks that we are having, that we have had now, who initiated the debate? Was it you or me? Who initiated the debate? Was it you or me?
Can't remember. Either you or me.
Okay, it was you. And
no, we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, we do. We do. You even sent me the first message. I can show that. I already did show that to my audience before we started streaming.
Is there a possibility that you did?
No, it's you.
Is there a chance? There's no chance.
There's no chance that I did it.
There's no chance that you.
In our current talks, it was most definitely you who did this. So you even said that. You said I initiated it. So. You initiated the offer. You challenged me to a debate, right? What did I say to you? Did I not say I do online debates? We can have an online debate hosted by Modern Day Debate. Is that what I said as a response to your challenge?
Yeah.
That's what I said, right? So you challenged me. I said online, right?
Yeah.
After some time, I said to you, because you said, "Hey, you are scared to face me." I said, "Oh, you think I'm scared to face you? Okay, let's arrange a debate face to face in Texas, right?" Did I or did I not do that?
Yes, after you said no.
Okay, you rejected that and you said it must be with audience. After some time, I talked with Modern Day Debate and he said, "Hey, we have a debate in Texas arranged. We can host you there." And I said, "Hey, look, we have an audience. We have face to face. That's all the conditions that you asked for. Come to Texas." And what did you say? You said yes, right? You said, okay,
No,
let's
no,
do
no.
that.
I didn't say
you
yes.
agreed to that.
No. I said I can't make it in January. Remember?
Okay, fine. Okay, you agreed to
Why?
it first.
Because of the what? Marriage? The marriage
You agreed to it first, but
what was the reason I couldn't
you said
come?
I can't
The
come in
marriage what?
January. I don't care.
Okay, but why couldn't I come?
Did I interrupt you earlier?
I'm sorry.
You
sorry.
said-
Marriage
you s-
documentary.
Okay, yeah. You said you can't do January. You would like to do May, right? So what you then
I didn't say
said
May.
is, okay,
I didn't say May.
okay,
You said May.
okay, fine. I correct. James said we have a date in May ready, and you said, okay, May works for me. Then you asked me to do it in London. I said, no, not London. I will not come there. You said, okay, I will come to your country and we will do it there. Did you or did you not say that?
Yes.
Okay, you did say that.
Yes.
And you said New York, California, or London. I don't know why you
No.
mentioned London again.
Did I say
No,
London?
I actually have the message here. You said California, New York, and London. Apparently London is also here. I don't know. But that's what you said.
My mistake.
Yes.
My mistake.
Afterwards, curiously, for some reason, on December 10th, and I have the receipts here, you told me specifically, if for some reason I cannot get into the US, we will do the debate somewhere else.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
And what
correct.
did I say in response to you? Did I agree to that?
Remind me. I cannot remember.
I said I will not accept any other conditions except these, and
Okay.
mentioned to you
Most
again
likely
these
you said that.
conditions
That's
in
correct.
America.
That's correct. Yeah.
So you admit that I never agreed to such a condition. I explicitly rejected that. I explicitly said I will only accept these conditions here in America because it's you who insists on face-to-face, not me. I can do it online today if you want to.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I accept that. That's correct.
December
I can't
10th,
lie. Yep.
you said if anything happens, we will do it somewhere else, and this will not stop us. You somehow said that on December 10th. Then you said I need to talk with my with some people. I will get back to you whether we can do it in Texas or not, or somewhere else or not. Then you got back a few days later and said yes, we can do it. What did you do in that meantime? Why did you not try to find out whether you can enter America or not?
Okay. Can I answer?
Sure. Just give me the answer to that.
So, yes. So the answer to that is I did not even think that you cannot get in. I didn't. That even go across my mind because I've traveled to Turkey, which I know you can't go because of you was involved in some terror organization that blow themselves up.
That's
or
not
something
that's
along
not
those
true.
lines. As far as I
Actually,
remember, yeah?
that's not true. I actually cannot go to Turkey because there is a court order against me because I insulted Islam. Your beautiful
Okay,
religion.
but also you was involved in a terrorist organization,
No,
and FBI came to your door.
I was never involved in a terrorist organization.
FBI didn't come to your door.
FBI did
about
come
this?
to my door because somebody reported me and they asked me about that.
Well, they have a right to down
Yeah,
report you
yeah.
if you're a terrorist. Or come on, Danny.
They
blame them. If
they
you have
asked they
been
asked me about
involved in
they asked me
involved
about
in
a
group that
false
blow
they asked me about a
themselves up.
false complaint. They
Yeah,
actually
I mean-
worked together
I mean,
with me.
I'm
am
supposed to be
I
the
am in
Muslim.
contact with the FBI. I was never part of a
I'm
terrorist
supposed to be the
organization.
Muslim. Yeah, I'm the Muslim that's supposed. We are labeled with that. Yeah.
Well,
Because that's what
it's
you
your
think. But
guys who blow things up. I don't.
You know
so.
what? You know that's ironic though. The thing is, you blame us, and you're somebody who was
Okay,
with a group of people planning on
no,
blowing yourself
I
up.
wasn't.
Damn,
I wasn't.
That must. How ironic.
I wasn't.
How
Stop
ironic
changing.
isn't that?
I wasn't. Stop changing the topic. Why did you
I'm shedding some
not?
flavor.
Why did you not find? Did you really? Why did you need 1 day or 2 days to make sure if you can or cannot come, but you didn't know that you need a vaccine to enter America? Does that make sense?
Because why?
I can't make
Okay.
sense of it.
No, you can make sense in it. It's very well. You can't. You're someone that doesn't believe in God, believe everything popped into existence. So I don't blame it. Doesn't make sense to you. Yeah. The reason is because I had to find out where we're doing it, New York or California. Okay. So I had to discuss which, because we want an audience. This is from your side and our side as well. So New York was good when Muhammad Hijab smashed David Wood, buried him there. His funeral was there. So that's why I
Allah
was
praise
looking at
for
that. I didn't-
Muhammad, not to Muhammad, right? Go ahead. Sure. Go ahead.
Was that a joke? I didn't get it.
Allah praise
Dead
for
joke.
Muhammad.
I've
not
had
to
dead
the
jokes
Muhammad.
before
Yeah.
you had it, but I have to give it to you. Your dead jokes are.
You are the
on point.
joke. Go ahead.
Anyways, so yeah, he was humiliated so badly. He said, I wanted to walk off stage. Damn,
Yeah.
that's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah. I know.
Anyways,
Allah praise
moving
for
on, moving
Muhammad,
on, moving
to
on.
Muhammad.
Let's not
Go
get
ahead,
sidetracked.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
So that's why basically I was checking where can we do it, New York or California. That's why I was looking at to tell James, New York is better because he said to me, Ali, can you look at venues? I'm busy. I didn't even look at vaccines or the visa or anything like that applying. I was just looking at where can we do it? New York, California? Where? Because James was saying Los Angeles. Oh, New York is. Are you saying like they're liberal? They're going to tell us wear masks. I want you guys to see your facial expressions. Ask him. That's what he said. So does that make sense? Probably that's a question. That's a question.
I don't know why you always have to give me a novel to some simple question, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
have
but
you
have to
never
sometimes.
have you never heard of travel bans and vaccine requirements and all that since the beginning of COVID. I mean, wasn't it very clear to
Well-
you that many countries
well,
demand that?
I
Even your
have-
own country demands that. I cannot come to the UK if I don't have a vaccine.
No, is it? Look, that's news to me. So you're telling me that you cannot come into the UK without a vaccine?
Yes.
That's news to me. I'll tell you something. I went to Turkey. I'm being honest with you. I went to Turkey,
Okay.
and when I went to Turkey, they said you have to prove that you have no COVID when you enter the country. And I said, bro, that's calm. I wasn't even thinking of going to Turkey. So when I went in, I thought it's not that deep as people make it out to be. Like, you can't go get a jab, etc. And especially after what happened to some people that I know, even Mohammed Hijab, when he developed certain blood clots. I don't want to get into this because they're going to censor it. Yeah, when he got that, then to me, I was like, firstly, I had it. I had COVID and I got over it. It wasn't that deep. So I was thinking, why do I need that? Anyways, so when that happened to hijab, I said, personally, look, people should take it. I'm not telling no one to take it. Take it. I prefer not to.
Oh, you are
Simple as
against
that.
vaccinations in general, right? You're anti-vax.
No. I wouldn't say that. I would say personally, each individual, you have to, because at the end of the day, if for example the urf of the people, like we live at a time where people, if it's needed and it's going to protect, if they believe it's going to protect, that's calm. You should obey the law of the land. It's as simple as that. As Muslims, our contracts are very, very important. So that's why I'm not telling anyone not to take it. I'm saying personally, me.
Okay, but you are personally against vaccines, right?
No, I don't want to take it. I'm telling you, I don't want to take it. You keep telling me personally. I'm telling you, I don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying personally. That's why I'm saying personally.
No. You're saying that I believe no one should take it. I never said that.
I never said that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, just understand. No problem.
Aren't these your words? Wait, last I remember, my friend Mohammed Hijab, whom I'm sure you remember well, took the jab and was nearly dying due to blood clots. And that wasn't my reason. I've been staying away from it since I stay away from many vaccines. So I haven't taken and don't want to take it. Aren't those your words? So you are personally
exactly. But what's that got to do with people shouldn't take it?
No, I never said people shouldn't take it.
Okay, I don't want to. My immune system, have some raw manuka honey, some black seed oil, you're good to go.
Okay, fine. That's very nice. Can I ask you a very personal question for just a minute? Do you also what about kids? Like when you have kids, do you also think my kids shouldn't have vaccine? I'm just curious right now.
To be honest, as their parent who loves them, I would do what's best for them.
Okay, fine. Including okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay,
to a lot of places today.
Now, after all of that, let me ask you a question. I say we have an online debate. You say no, it has to be face to face.
It has to be face to face.
Has to be face to face. And since you insist on that, you make the offer and say, okay, I will come to America. You say it will happen. I will come to America and
Inshallah,
all that.
yeah.
And after everything is arranged and even publicly announced, you suddenly say, oh, I can't come to America because of vaccine. Now, is that my fault or your fault?
To be honest, it's very clear. Firstly, I wouldn't say in that very instance it's anyone's fault. If I say it's your fault, that'll be unfair. So I'm not going to say it's your fault, neither I'll say it's my fault. So I have to be just in this matter. What I would say is, though, for me to invite you and you rejecting it, for me to say face to face and you reject it, for me to say audience and you reject it, for me live streaming reject it.
We all know that. I said that all those things myself.
Another thing, you reject the Mexico thing, which you said stipulated that before, that you're not traveling anywhere else. I'm assuming that you have a criminal record of the robbery and that terrorist charge, that you're scared if you leave America, they won't let you back in. Maybe I'm assuming this. I'm not saying it's a fact. It might be that you're scared to leave the country because to me,
I have charges of terrorism, which is how I entered America and even became a citizen of America. How does that?
No. Well, that's the thing. I'm saying, for example, you know very well that you was involved with a group that blow themselves up, and you're the same guy who said that you've taken antidepressants, and that you said you was at a traffic light and you was concerned if the traffic light. You said if the traffic light didn't turn green, you felt like running people over.
Yeah,
so I think the tendencies were come.
It was a side effect of agitation, which is a response that is very common to antidepressants. Do you not know what antidepressants are?
Over.
Have you never known people who take antidepressants or who have side effects?
I have, but I've never seen that kind of.
It's quite normal. It's quite normal. You can have psychological reactions and side effects to medication.
I have never seen that you would want to run over innocent people.
Yeah, I also didn't say I wanted to do that. I said that's how I felt. That's impulsive thinking.
Exactly,
I know you don't understand psychology, but people have intrusive thoughts as a result of mental problems.
Okay,
that doesn't mean you want to run people over and kill people.
Okay, but it goes back to these conditions that you make. When I asked you about the whole incest thing with your own adult child,
How did we even get here? I'm asking you a very simple question. Was it your fault or my fault? Now we're talking about
there's
incest.
a correlation, because you're saying all the time, I would have, but it's the same thing. You said the same thing with the incest thing. I believe that if there is no harm, there is no problem with an individual. I was asking specifically you to have intimacy with their own adult child.
I didn't say anything about myself.
You said as long as yes, you did.
I didn't say anything about myself. No,
you did.
I said if there was no harm, the wording here is very clear. This is a hypothetical, which is not possible. If there was no harm, it doesn't matter.
What's the harm?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the harm is. It's the hypothetical.
What's the harm?
It doesn't matter what the harm is.
What's the harm?
That's not how this works. That's not how it works.
Tell me the harm.
Tell me the harm.
You don't believe. You're the one who said I don't believe in good and bad. There's no hellfire.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're making an allegation. You're making an allegation which is not true.
Okay.
I say
I don't speak over you.
It is harmful. It is not possible for there not to be harm. If it was not harmful, there wouldn't be anything wrong with it. But since it is harmful, it is wrong. That's what I said.
Okay.
So that does not mean I would personally do it or find it okay to do.
Okay. Did you not go to the podcast with Armin or interview?
Yeah.
And he said to you, what is wrong with incest?
Yes, he did.
You said, no, it's harm. You did this. No, it's harm. And he's like, no, what's the harm? What's the harm? What's up? And then he's like, objectively, is there any harm? He was like, actually, no, there is no harm.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't about incest in general. It was about two consenting individuals who cannot procreate. If there is any harm in that, is there harm in that? Can you demonstrate harm in that? No, you can't. I can't demonstrate harm in that either. That doesn't have anything to do with justifying or glorifying incest. That was a completely normal philosophical discussion.
Okay, Apos, did you not say that if there's two consenting adults, you and let's say your grown-up adult child. Okay,
no,
I'm only mentioning this because that's your worldview. I'm just giving an example.
I didn't say
Did you not say as long as there's no harm? Now, if I see the following, tell me what would you think? If I said, I would like to execute babies, but because there's harm, I'm not going to do it. But I want to, because there's harm, I'm not going to do it. What the hell does that say about me?
That doesn't make any sense.
What does that say about me?
That doesn't make any sense, and it's also a false equivalence because I never said I would do it.
I spoke of a
hypothetical and said there is harm in it.
No, but I'm saying if there is no harm to the baby, I would
false equivalence. I never said I would do anything like that. You gave me an example, and I evaluated that as a third person. And
the condition is the harm factor. The condition is the harm factor. You said if there is no harm. I'm asking you, what is the harm?
I don't care what the harm is. I am telling you, you are misrepresenting the position. I never said I would do anything. I said
what's the harm?
I said if two individuals were to do that and there was no harm, there would be nothing wrong with it. But that is not reality. I clearly and explicitly said to you, but that is not reality, which means there is harm in that. That's what I tell you. I never spoke about myself.
In America, incest doesn't happen? Are you telling me a grown man, a grown man and his child, grown man. Okay, a grown man, let's call him A, and his son, grown adult who's 18 years old. They want to use protection and have intimacy. Is there anything wrong with that?
I think probably it is, yes.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
Well, first off, it is... wait, you said the child is what? Is grown up?
No, he's an adult. Two consenting adults.
I think it is detrimental to society. I would say.
Like how?
I would say it is terrible. It is dumb. It is undesirable.
Why is it terrible? Why is it you're an atheist? What are we talking about?
Because it normalizes a harmful concept, even if the case in and of itself does not cause any direct harm. Does not cause any direct harm.
You're talking about the harm factor. Prove it.
I'm telling you that it doesn't cause any. I'm telling you it doesn't cause any direct harm. What do you want me to prove?
Thank you. So it doesn't cause any direct harm.
No, I'm telling you. Since although the case in and of itself does not cause any direct harm, it normalizes a specific practice, which is extremely detrimental to society, which is why it is detestable and undesirable. The same thing with cannibalism, for example. I'm sorry, this will be very shocking to you. No, this will be very shocking to you to hear, I know. But if I said, hey, I want to cut off my arm and I want you to eat this, you're allowed to eat it, I would still say, hey, that's a detestable, horrible practice, because what you're doing is you're normalizing.
What if you're consenting?
I would still say it's a detestable, horrible practice.
No, why is it? No, how? Prove it. What's the harm principle? Prove it. Prove it.
Because
if you're consenting,
because you're
arm
normalizing a practice. If you let me speak, goddamn it. If you normalize, because you're normalizing a practice that has otherwise, if it is normalized, very detrimental, very harmful consequences. If you normalize a harmless form of incest, for example, it is a normalization of incest in general, or moving toward a normalization of incest, which in most cases is harmful and undesirable. Similarly, a case of cannibalism, which may be with consent, if you engage in it and say, well, there is no harm in this, so we can do it, normalizes something that is extremely detestable, extremely harmful, because people could end up eating each other or hunting for it if they know that it is legal to eat human flesh. Same thing.
We did
very similar.
Okay, we did say consenting, so that means you have an issue with homosexuality. Two
No,
consenting adults.
No, I don't.
If a lot of men indulge in
I don't know why we're still talking about this, because I'm still supposed to ask you about the.
No, don't run away. Don't run away. We can't have.
We're not running away. You are.
So 1 second. So
we are here because you are supposed to answer my question about why
you have an issue with homosexuality, because you're saying two consenting men who want to have intimacy with each other. You believe it would have a greater consequences on society, because if all of them did, there would not be procreation. Therefore, you are against homosexuality.
No,
so
that's not how homosexuality works. People do not engage in homosexuality.
How does it work? You're lying.
That's
define
not how.
Homosexuality. Define 8 p.m.
People
define
do not.
Friday. define. No, define.
People do not become homosexual or start engaging in homosexual interactions because some people do. People have sexual preferences and desires. That's not how it works.
Exactly.
If you are secretly gay, that's not my problem. But I will not engage in homosexual interactions because
I don't want to speak over you. I don't want to speak over you. This is my point. That is their sexual preference. Incest. A grown adult man and his grown adult child who use protection, there is no harm. There is no harm.
That's not a sexual preference. That's not how it works.
No. There is no harm. And you cannot answer. You know why? Because you know.
Let me tell you something. Let
me tell you something. Let me answer. You know, one of my family members sent me your video.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, see this guy. And I was like, do you know this guy's pro-incest? I swear to God, his mouth went like this. No, he's not. I said, yeah. I said, watch this video. Yeah. He never sent me a video ever again.
Well, you're also pro-terrorism.
No, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
You're pro-terrorism.
Okay, what blow? You hurt me. Okay, what about necrophilia?
My point is, just because I say something about you and show people certain footage, that doesn't mean it's true. You're talking nonsense.
If there is a dead corpse, let's suppose you pass away and somebody comes and wants to rape your dead body. Is that right or wrong?
Just come back to the stop deflecting and going into a completely different territory. Ali Dawah.
Listen.
We are still talking about a debate. You are already not keeping up your agreement to answer my 5 questions. So please stop deflecting. Come back to the debate issue. That's where we are. You deflected from the debate and the vaccine to incest, to mental health, now to having sex with dead people. What the hell is wrong with you, man?
No.
Come back to the topic.
What the hell is wrong with you? You believe this,
Come back to the topic. Come back to the topic. Come on.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with you? I don't care. I know you might have homosexual tendencies. You might be interested in me. You have been frantically tweeting about me. I don't care about any of that. Okay. Let's get back to the vaccine issue.
Thank you.
Let's get back to the debate issue.
So you cannot answer. You know why? You're ashamed, and you are somebody who wants to come and question us on morality. Yeah. You somebody who cannot bring any evidence to why incest is wrong, why necrophilia is wrong. You cannot bring evidence. You want to bring us morality. My family who sent me that, he wanted to vomit when I showed him that you're saying there's nothing wrong with incest.
I'm hurting.
I'm so ashamed. Man, you are humiliated. Shall I tell you something? People are looking at you. Are absolutely embarrassed, bro.
Yeah,
you got finished.
Sure. I got
You're
finished. So, Ali Dawah, getting back to the topic.
You're finished.
Getting back to the topic.
Anyways,
we talked about the debate. You deflected from the debate.
We talked about
you
debate.
You agreed to answer my 5 questions. You are not keeping up that agreement. Obviously, you are breaking your agreement right now.
No, I didn't. I never stuck to it. You know what? Let me show you.
No, you explicitly showed. Is this you? Is this you? I can share my screen. Here.
1 second. No, 1 second.
I can share my screen. You explicitly
share your screen. I got it here. Watch this.
Okay, sure.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, wait.
I got a screenshot here, guys, and I'm going to show you guys as well. Okay.
Oops,
okay, so there he goes. So he goes to me. Yeah, you have to say yes to all 3 of them. That's how this goes. And then we can meet tomorrow at 8 p.m. Then I said, now I don't agree to none of them. After I said, I agree to the 5 questions and you not being muted. And then you said, no, you have to agree to the 3rd one that we don't call you apus. Yeah, because you're a little apus. Yeah. And then I said, you know what? I don't agree to none of them now. I revoked it. Yeah, been revoked, and the evidence is there. Okay, so let's go to another issue. Yeah, which is
Oh yeah. So okay, one-sidedly you apparently said in the middle of it. Now
Is
I
this
don't agree to one
contingent?
of them. Okay. So
this
you
contingent?
so you did agree to two conditions,
what
and then you
contingent
just
means now?
backed out of it, right?
Do you know what contingent means now?
I don't care about your dumb questions.
Do you know what contingent means?
I
No,
don't care
I'm
about your
asking,
dumb
do you know now?
questions. Do you want to
Are you
get
gonna
back to our
engage?
actual agreement or not?
No, we went to agreement. An agreement's done. Look,
So-
the battle is done.
So you
Why the debate didn't
no,
happen is done.
you didn't
wanted to run over
invoke the
innocent
curse.
people, done.
So you challenged me to a
organization that wanted
debate,
to blow themselves up, done.
agreed to have the debate in
You
America.
committed robbery, done. You're finished. You're finished, boy. You're finished now.
So you
Contingency.
agreed to you offered a debate in America, and then you backed out of
we
it due
talked
to your
about this,
own
done.
mistake, and
I'll
you
give you
say
time.
that is
Carry
not
talking.
that is nobody's
Talk.
fault. It is your
Talk,
fault,
talk.
isn't it? Why do you challenge me to a debate and then you don't go through with it? Why do you not want to have a debate, Ali Dawah? Why is it my fault that you want to do it in person? Even your own audience. Look, everybody, Muslim listeners, I said to him, make a poll to your own followers and ask them if an online debate should take place or not. He didn't want to do it because he knows that even his own audience, and I have screenshots, tons of them, will say, do it, please, Ali Dawah, you're embarrassing us. I mean, I have messages here that say, you're embarrassing us Muslims. They want this to happen, but you are backing out of it and making dumb excuses, offering a face-to-face challenge in America, then backing out of it because you apparently didn't know that you need a vaccine. This is all your fault. Why will you not simply agree to an online debate? You have wasted over an hour here with me, but
No,
you
I've
can,
been-
but you
it's been the
cannot,
best time of
but
my
you
life.
cannot agree to a debate. What is this about? Muhammad Hijab did the same thing. He said, "I will not do an online debate." Then he sat down with me for 2 hours. What is wrong with you people? What's wrong with an online debate?
You're too lethal,
Why will
man,
you not do an
know.
online debate?
Yeah, you know, like after you've spoken, yeah. Okay, all right. Thank
Why
you, yeah.
will you not do an online
Okay.
debate? I just answer
Okay,
the
one
question.
sec,
Stop
one sec,
deflecting to
one sec,
different
one sec.
things.
You ask. I'll let you speak. I try my best not to cut you because I don't want to make excuses. They cut me. They muted me.
Yeah,
I'm not like you
fantastic. You have
muted
been
me
doing
like
that the
Daniel
entire
had to
time.
cut you. Yeah. Let's go through your reputation. Yeah. Have I ever? I've had face-to-face debates. Have you ever had a face-to-face debate in your life?
No, I haven't.
Okay, let's add another note to that. Maybe
Okay.
there's too many notes. I don't know where
Did
to
you ever
put it.
have moderated
Okay,
debates? No.
1 second.
Did you ever have
I
moderated debates?
I've had moderated debates, but not in
No,
a
you didn't.
building.
No,
Not
you
in a building.
didn't.
No, I have.
You never
I
had
have, but not
moderated
in a
debates.
not
Show
in a
me.
building, like not organized events build. No, I have, but not in that context.
When did you
Now-
have a moderated debate? Who was it?
Like no, I did, but not in a closed.
Okay,
space,
give
like
me an
we're
example.
in
Give me an example.
No. Let's, for example, speaker's corner. Somebody speaks, I speak. They speak, I speak, but not in the way like you said.
Do you think that's what a moderated debate is?
No. Somebody moderating it, but not in a building. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That makes
so,
no sense.
Therefore,
Just-
now let me ask you something. Have I ever been defeated in a debate the way you have and unlisted a video?
I don't know what you're talking about. I never unlisted a
Excuse
debate
me?
video.
Bob,
I
you got
never
six
unlisted a debate
reference.
video.
Daniel, Mohammed Hijab.
I had a discussion with Daniel Hikikichu,
Contingency,
which
a Muslim girl
escalated,
and a
in
17-year-old
which
boy.
he
Bob,
said it wasn't a debate. He said it was. He
Why
himself said
people?
it was a discussion. I later
Why is it
unlisted it
unlisted?
because he attacked
why is
me.
it unlisted?
It's
Why
not
is it
unlisted. It's public right
Why
now.
is it unlisted?
It's public right
It's
now.
not
It's not
unlisted.
unlisted. It's not
Not
unlisted.
now. Is it still unlisted now?
It's not unlisted.
Now it's not unlisted.
I
So we
unlisted
put
it
back on.
for a
Why
time.
did you put unlisted? Why did you make it unlisted?
Well, for several different reasons. Number one,
Uh-huh.
Daniel Hikikichu said we would have a debate in the future because that was not a debate, as he explicitly
Okay.
says on the stream.
Yeah.
Later, he
Yeah.
turned away from that.
Yeah.
Secondly, because he personally insulted me and sent his whole army against me. I said, hey, if you want to conduct yourself like that, I'm not up for that. That's it.
Wow.
And the third reason
Okay.
was, as
Yeah.
said, he
And I
said
did the same
he
thing,
said
but you wanted to
he
debate
said
me.
we would revisit a debate. And he did not do it because he wanted to stick to that. And I said, hey, I will not give you free publicity. I unlist this for now. Later, I listed it again. That's it. And what exactly did he prove during that debate, during that discussion or debate, whatever it is?
Bob, you got
What do you think? What do you think he did in that
Bob, you
in that
got
discussion?
smashed.
If you call it a
When I
debate,
saw that,
if you call it a debate, okay, what do you think he did? What was his
Bro,
great point
he
against me?
made
For
you
example,
he made you accept the point of slavery.
I
Bro, you got
accepted that prior to
smashed.
him. I
Bro,
accepted
you
that
got
prior to him.
smashed.
I already said
You couldn't
before
offer
the
anything when it comes to
conversation with
liberals.
him.
Bro, we got smashed, yeah. Now tell me, do I have any debate? where
Explain
I have
explain it to me. Explain it
Okay,
to me.
the question
No,
is this.
since you
Ilya.
make claims about how I got
Yes,
destroyed,
I'll explain.
explain
Okay,
it to
listen
me.
to me.
What was
I
the
will-
point
listen
that
to me, yeah?
destroyed me?
Listen to me. There was
Explain it to me.
I'm
I
explaining.
don't
There
care
was
what. I don't care
non-Muslims
who that was. Explain to me.
commenting,
What was the
saying
point?
You got annihilated.
Okay,
Can you
on
give
what?
me any example
On what topic?
of my debate, any
On what
face-to-face
topic?
debate I had that I had to unlist the video?
I didn't have a debate where I unlisted a video.
Did I have any
already
debate
explained
face
that.
to
I already
face? I'm
explained
asking about
that.
myself.
I have no idea. I don't follow you.
I'm asking about myself.
I don't
Do
follow
have
your
any
videos
debate?
the way you follow mine. I'm not a fan of you. You're
Tommy
a fan
Robinson,
of mine.
Britain First, Lawrence
Answer my
Southern,
question.
Avi Yemeni, none
Answer
of
my
them uploaded
question.
the video.
Answer my
None
question.
of them uploaded the video. I had to upload it.
Answer
Rob,
my question.
Have I ever been defeated by a 17-year-old?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of you. You're a fan of mine. I don't follow your stuff.
Yeah. We know who's a fan.
Answer
of
my
who's, yeah.
question. Since you say
Okay,
I have
thank
been
you.
destroyed,
No,
which I don't care
you
about,
have
please
been
tell me the
absolute
points. Tell me the
You know what?
arguments on
You
which
know
I
what?
have been destroyed.
You know
Come
what?
on.
You know what? Do you want to debate atheism and Islam?
Tell me the arguments. Come
You
on.
want to debate atheism and Islam?
Tell me the arguments.
Do you want to debate atheism
Tell
and
me
Islam?
the arguments which destroyed
You
my
want to debate
position.
atheism and Islam? I would debate now the contingency argument right now. Let's go.
No.
Let's go.
No.
Is this contingent?
Yes,
know what it
is.
means, by the
yes,
way?
it is. Yes, it
It's
is.
contingent.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
it's dependent, yeah?
Relatively, according
Is
to
it
the argument,
dependent?
yes, it is.
Is it dependent?
Yes, sure.
Can it be any other way?
It could be, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's independent. It could be any other way. It's contingent. Okay.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Can we?
Let's do this.
Okay. 1 second. Do you accept that there is existence?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, there's 3 kinds of existence. Yeah. Okay. There is impossible existence. There is possible existence, and there's necessary existence.
That's a very dumb
Impossible
way of putting it.
existence is a
But yes,
triangle
sure.
circle. Triangle circle. 1 second. It's a triangle circle. Yeah, you're gonna need to with that water. I know you're getting nervous. You're
Jeez,
You're gonna
just stop.
get
Just
finished,
go
boy.
with the point. Come on.
Man, I'm gonna be your worst nightmare. You're gonna have nightmares about me at
sure,
night.
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Come on.
Okay, a triangle circle is an
Yeah.
impossible existence. It cannot exist.
Yeah.
So we have 2 things left. Possible existence and necessary existence.
Yeah, sure.
That's correct. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you know what contingent is? Do you know the criteria for contingency? What contingent
We
thing
just
is?
went
for
through
example?
that. Why do you just
Okay, let's go through one more
make your
time. What
argument?
is it?
Make your argument. Stop asking.
No, what is
questions.
it? What is it? Let's go through it again.
That's not
It
how you
has
make an
to- it is
argument.
what?
You're supposed to make your argument instead of asking.
No. Do
questions.
you know? I'm asking you. Do you know what contingent? What's the?
You're supposed to
criteria?
make your argument, not ask me questions. That's not how it works.
Say I don't know.
Just make your
Say I
goddamn
don't know.
argument.
Say I don't know.
I just told
Say
you
I
the
don't know.
answer, you idiot.
No. I'm your
I
teacher.
just gave you the
I'm your
answer.
teacher. I'm your teacher.
I just gave you the
You're my
answer. Just
student.
make your argument. Stop
You're
being
my
a child.
student. I have to ask you. I'm teaching a lesson. You have to know. I need to see if you're catch on.
Ali
You're my
Dawah,
student. Okay.
You are so goddamn
Contingent.
childish. Make your point. Stop asking
Dependent.
questions.
Okay. It cannot be any other way. Okay.
Sure.
It requires something else for its own existence.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you have an infinite regress of dependent things?
It's not something we can know. You could argue that it is something that doesn't exist. You could argue that it does exist. People are actually split on that. Even the guy himself who talked to me is split on the definition of infinite and on actual infinites and not actual infinites. Do you know what that means? You probably don't know what that means.
Actual
But
infinite
yeah,
doesn't exist in the real world. There is potential infinite, but actual infinite doesn't exist in the real world. If I had,
Funny.
if I had
Do you
infinite amount of
think the
biryani-
17-year-old
One second.
debater from a few days ago
Listen.
agrees with you?
Listen. I don't.
Do you think he
doesn't
agrees
matter.
with
We'll
you?
have to see. That's not an issue. I'm saying to you.
Why?
If I had
Why?
infinite,
He
listen.
says it
I have-
can exist.
I'm giving an
He says it
analogy.
can
Don't be
exist.
scared. Stop clicking. I can hear you click. I know you're
I'm
going
not
to Google.
clicking.
Look at me. Don't go on Google.
He
Don't
says
try
it can exist.
Put your hands in the air.
Get to your point.
Put your
Get
hands
to
in
the
air.
argument. Stop making
You know,
dumb
in America, when the
questions.
police stop you, keep your hands. Yeah, you don't go to Google. Okay. Now,
Stop.
I'm asking you a question.
Get to your
Okay.
argument. Come on.
I am getting to my argument. Okay. So I'm saying to you that you have infinite in the real world? No. If there was infinite amount of apuses, may Allah protect us, and I slapped 2 and it died. Okay. How many apuses are there?
Keep making your arguments. Come on. Stop asking
No, I'm
questions.
asking you a question.
Make your argument, man.
That's
you
an
don't,
argument.
you don't
Infinite doesn't
answer.
exist
You
in
don't
the real
ask
world.
questions. You make an argument.
Infinite doesn't exist in the real
Have
world.
you
If
have
there's
you
an
never
infinite
read
amount
it?
of bananas,
Have you never read
and I
an
take 2
actual
bananas
argument,
or
man?
add 2 bananas, infinite doesn't exist in the real world. So therefore,
Have
I'm
you never
saying
made an
to you,
actual argument? Make your argument. Stop asking questions.
Is there okay? Can there be an infinite
Are you dumb? You are
regress-
asking me a question
regress of
again.
dependent things?
Make your argument. Stop asking me questions. Come on.
I'm asking you.
This
I'm asking
is
you a question.
tedious.
Can there be,
make
can
your
there be
goddamn
infinite amount
argument.
of dependent things?
Aliawa, make your argument. Stop asking me questions. This is
Can
not how
there
it
be
works.
an infinite amount of dependent
Could
things?
be. I don't know.
No.
Dependent.
What
No.
do you mean could
no.
be? How?
Dependent. No.
How?
Sorry. Dependent.
How?
No. That's. I just
How?
said no.
No.
I misspoke. I said
Okay.
no. Dependent.
Okay, so
no.
therefore,
Go ahead.
Therefore, you require a necessary being
Sure.
for all all those dependent things
Yeah.
to fall back on.
Yeah,
Now, what's the
nice.
conditions for a necessary being? Do you know?
Go aheed.
You don't know. So say I don't know.
Just go
Say
ahead. Make your
Ali.
argument, dumb.
Ali, say Ali. I don't know.
Go ahead.
You're my
Make your
teacher.
argument, Ali Dawah.
Ali, teacher,
God damn
please
it.
tell me. Teacher, please tell me. Now, let me tell you, you're a bad student.
I've
Yeah,
never
you get
talked to a
grade
more
F.
annoying person.
Fail.
Make your goddamn
Fail. I'm gonna
arguments.
give you a
Come
fail
on.
now.
Get to the point.
Fail. You failed. You're finished. A necessary being is a being that is independent, self-sufficient, cannot be composed by parts or cannot be any other way.
According to which principle? According to what standard is that?
What
Is that
what
according to
principle?
what standard is that the definition of a necessary being?
The logical principles. Brother.
What-
We use
what-
our
what-
logic.
what-
Yeah.
A,
So,
a logical,
asking you a
logical principle. Under what standard? By what definition is that the
Listen,
definition of a
listen,
necessary being?
Listen.
Explain
the
it to me, please.
Dependent. Okay.
Explain
one
it to me,
second, very
please.
simple.
Why is that the
condition for
definition of a necessary
dependent-
being?
I'm
Explain
telling
it to
you,
me.
Contingent things is what? Dependent. Requires something else for its own existence, is
Okay.
composed by parts and can be any other way. So which follows that a necessary being has to be the opposite, because the necessary being is opposite of the dependent thing.
Okay.
So now you tell me, can we have a sea without a seabed?
Give me the answer.
Wow, okay, we need to do ABC here. No,
Do you
can't.
think I don't know the
Use your-
answer? I'm
your
telling you.
brain.
I have been
Use
telling you
your
for 10
brain.
minutes now to make
Bruv,
your argument. Stop
Bruv,
asking
use your
questions. Come on.
brain. Use your brain. How could you have sea
Just make your
without a
argument,
seabed?
man. Stop talking. Just make your
I
argument.
made my
Come on.
argument. You're not even engaging. You know why? Because you know you got slapped up. Bruv, you look like you're gonna cry.
Okay, Al-Dawa.
You look like you're gonna cry.
Are you done with the
there-
argument?
Therefore,
Are you done with the
require a
argument?
necessary being.
Are you
Everything
done with
makes
the
sense.
argument?
You have. Yes, I'm done with the argument. Can you rebuke it?
Okay,
Rebuke
okay.
it.
Of course, I
Got
can. I can refute it.
Yeah,
Based
sure,
on what exactly is a God the necessary being? Explain it to me.
Getting king treatment here. Don't be jealous.
Based on what
Hey,
exactly is
mashallah.
God the necessary being?
Mashallah. Sorry?
Based on what is God the necessary being?
Click, click, click. Once again, I said
Jesus
to you,
Christ, what a
we have
fucking-
dependent things. We require something
Based on
that's
what is
independent.
God the necessary being? Answer my question.
No. I never. Wait, 1 second. I didn't go to God yet.
Okay.
I'm trying to move you from atheism to deism.
Okay.
I haven't even gone to that yet.
Okay.
I didn't even say that. Did I say anything about God?
Okay.
I didn't say anything about God.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
keep clicking. Your teacher is not going to
Okay.
help you. Yeah.
Okay.
You're finished, bruv. You're
Okay.
finished. Wallahi, uqsum billah lazim, you're finished.
Okay.
After this, I'm
What
gonna
is
recite the
what
Qur'an.
is the
Because I'm
necessary
coming to
being? The
this
necessary being could be anything. What is the necessary being?
No,
Come
no,
on,
no.
make your argument.
Good. So do you accept that there's a necessary being?
Depends on what you would define by what you mean by necessary being. It
Okay,
could
necessary
be.
being is
It could
is
be
a
that
being
existence
that
itself is
is
necessary being. It could be that energy is the
No,
necessary
it's
being.
independent. It's self-sufficient. It's not
Okay,
composed of parts, it
I'm
cannot be
giving
any
you a
other way.
response to your stupid question. A necessary being
Stupid
could be
question. You got an
could be-
answer. You jive.
a necessary being could be anything. It
You
could be
puss.
energy. It could be
Ah,
prior
okay.
prior to
One
the
second.
Big Bang, a perfect balance of energy. By the way, you probably don't even know what the Big Bang is.
Okay.
A perfect balance of energy. It could be. It could be a
You're
multiverse. It could be
Did
a
you just say
multiverse
energy?
which exists. It could be a hierarchy
Okay.
of deities
No problem.
that is
No problem.
combined by
No problem.
a circle that forms a necessary being. What
No
is a necessary
problem.
being? That you need to define that.
No
In order
problem.
to explain to me that a necessary being proves the existence of God, you need to first answer to me why you think a necessary being must exist in all worlds and why you think that fits the criteria of a God that you believe in. But of course, you can't do that because you don't even know what you're talking about. Because you can't even tell me why a necessary being has this definition. You don't even know the name of the argument which you're proposing.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Because you are finished in a minute. Listen, universe, multiverse, superverse, Super Mario verse, energy, menergy, denergy, whatever you want to call it. They all are infinitely rely on the necessary
False.
being.
False.
Yes. No, 1 second. Let me. I'll
False.
listen to you. Listen to me. Okay, I'll listen to you. Listen to me. Yeah. Okay. Just to be charitable, I'm having this to show how ignorant you are. I don't even try
Yeah.
travel to US,
Yeah.
bro. Look how. Well, anyway, I don't want to
Go
go
ahead.
into
Come
ad
on.
hominems. Let's just go with the argument.
Oh, wow.
Now, I know. Check this out now. Does okay,
Now
one
he's
second.
waking
Does
up.
Energy,
He doesn't want to do
okay.
ad hominems.
Okay, does energy have consciousness?
As far as we know, not. No.
Does it have a will?
As far as we know, not. No.
Does it have intelligence?
As far as we know, not. No.
It was your finish, man. My God,
Okay.
this was amazing.
Okay.
Okay, how does energy
Okay.
give rise to beings like us who have consciousness,
I
who
don't
have
know.
will, and who have intelligence?
I
Sorry?
don't know.
And that's what Allah says in the Quran. If you ask them, you can tell them, you know what they will say?
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Uqsum billahi
Okay.
al-azim, this is enough
Okay.
for me to believe. Wallahi,
Okay.
look at you. You're such a jay. You know what an atheist is? It's like coming outside my door and saying, get out.
Okay,
And
are
I
you
go out,
done?
and I go, what
Are
happened?
you
And I go,
done?
what happened? He goes,
Are you
I don't
done?
know. I'm like,
Are you
what do mean I
done?
don't know. So, you
Are you
couldn't
done?
answer it.
Stop being verbose. Are
You're
you done?
finished.
Are you
You
done?
flipping ignoramus.
Are you done?
You ignoramus. You just
Okay,
accepted.
where in your argument for a necessary
It
being,
has no intelligence.
where in
How
your
does it give
argument for a
rise-
necessary
how does
being
it
is
give
the
rise to
condition
us
for?
who has intelligence, who has conscience, and has a will?
I swear this
Oh my
guy.
gosh, bro! How
Ali,
many minutes have we got
Ali,
before this closes?
where-
Don't go anywhere.
Where?
Don't go anywhere.
Hey, stay with me.
anywhere.
Where in
Don't go
your
anywhere.
argument? Where in your argument?
So fast.
Where in your argument is the requirement that this
Don't
is
raise
a
your voice.
conscious
Don't raise
being?
your voice, you a puss. Don't raise your voice at me.
Where in
Don't
your
raise your voice.
argument
I know
is
you're
the
angry.
requirement that this is a
You're
conscious being?
intellectually trashed.
Dawah, everybody
Look,
sees what a dumb child you are.
tapped out. Of course,
Engage
but
with
you're
you.
deluded, bruv.
Engage with
I'm
your
happy.
argument.
I'm happy.
You're giving me the
Answer my
argument.
question.
Are you going to let me speak?
Okay, speak.
You're making an argument from contingency, and then you appeal to God with arguments that are completely outside the argument in order to say that this is the necessary being. So you're using completely different arguments to make your point. Where exactly in your initial argument was it a requirement for a necessary being to be conscious, to have a person, to be a thing that moves, to have an intellect? Where exactly was that? And how exactly can you prove that that is necessary in order to bring life into existence? Do you have research papers for that? Go ahead, prove it to me. Come on. I know you are a stupid child. Go ahead. Engage with the argument instead of talking nonsense. Come on.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question.
Go ahead. Come on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the question you asked was,
Did you make notes?
Did I? No, I don't. Notes for you. For you.
Come on, answer the question.
The nose. The F I want to give you. That's the only note.
Answer the question. Come on.
I'm answering the question. Yeah. Okay. What was the question? Ask again. Sorry. Ask again.
Where in your original argument
Okay, good. Personal,
was it
personal
required
First,
that it is a
I
person
remember,
and conscious?
I remember.
Secondly,
remember.
can you prove or can you present proper evidence
Yes.
that a
Yes.
person or a conscious being is required for life or for consciousness to come into existence?
Okay, good. Firstly,
Go ahead.
do you look? I firstly never said that is a personal being. I'm telling you, I haven't even moved there yet. Do you accept a necessary being? If you say yes, from there, then I can prove to you why that is a personal God who has consciousness and has a will and irada. I haven't even gone there yet. I'm saying, do you accept a necessary being exists?
I just talked to you about how it could be energy, and you asked me questions about what energy,
debunked that.
about
We debunked that.
the qualities of
Debunked that.
energy.
And
So-
no. You know why that answers my question? Let me tell you why. Yeah, you gave the issue of an energy. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Bob,
I have to mute you for a second. Dude, you have no
Yeah,
idea
no,
what you're
no,
talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about.
You can mute me. Don't worry. I've got it on my channel. Don't worry about that.
Okay, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Let me
I just
finish.
brought up energy.
No, let me finish.
You,
Let me
as a
speak.
response, said energy
Let me
doesn't
speak,
have
let me speak, let me
a
speak.
personality,
What did you say?
and then
to
you
me?
say I
said,
never said about.
How
Talk
can
about
it be?
personality.
One second. You
Okay,
said
go
to me,
ahead.
how can this personal
You're
being
such an idiot.
have consciousness? Yeah.
Yeah. go
Okay.
ahead.
I said to you, does energy have consciousness? No. Does it have a will? No. Does it have intelligence? No. Therefore, it cannot give rise to something like us who has intelligence, who has consciousness, and has a will.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, let me finish. If it doesn't have that innate properties that
Do you let me finish every time? You know you don't.
No, but I haven't finished. Let me finish my point. I'll listen to you. Let me
Go
finish my point. Okay, don't get angry. It's
Go
not
ahead.
my fault you're ignoramus. Don't blame me. Don't get angry at me.
Yeah, we completely
go
see
blame
that
your
right now.
teachers if you have any.
We totally see
Okay,
that right now.
So let me finish. So what I'm saying is, if you're telling me energy is a possibility, energy has no consciousness, it has no will, and it has no intelligence. So
Okay.
therefore, when I'm talking about a necessary being, it requires for him to have, he has to be the all-knowing.
For
He
him.
has to have some kind of an existence. He has to exist,
Okay.
but not the way we exist. Okay? And he has to have irada and will to give rise to us.
Okay.
You fool.
Are you
You got
done?
the answer now?
Okay, so you just said
Ah.
you just said that you never
go.
made such a condition.
Where's my grape?
You just said that you never made such a condition, which is why I brought up energy as a possible necessary existence, upon which you said it can't be energy because energy doesn't have a consciousness, doesn't have intellect, and doesn't have a will. So it is part of your argument, and you used it in order to refute me, that energy cannot be the necessary being because it doesn't have a personality, it doesn't have a will, it doesn't have a consciousness. And then you appeal to God because God has a consciousness, has a personality, has a being. And your reasoning for that is that something without a personality, without consciousness, cannot bring consciousness into existence. You are a complete idiot. You are a complete idiot.
Wow,
Where was that requirement in your argument for a necessary
alright.
being? You
No,
are
one second,
such
one second.
a moron.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Perfect presentation. Everybody
Yeah,
knows
thank
he
you
said
very
you are so brilliant, so
Thank you.
intelligent.
It's all right. It's all right. We're educating you. No problem. So let me get this right.
Go educate.
He
You are
requires a necessary
such
being.
an
One
absolute
second.
moron.
He accepts a necessary being because you can't run out of it. You had to accept the necessary being. Okay. Then you came
I
and asked me the
hypothesized
question.
with it.
1 second. No. You first tried to escape it. Yeah. You
No,
know
I
that you have no
hypothesize with
other
it.
way
That's how it
but to
works.
accept a necessary being.
No,
Then
I
what you're telling me
hypothesize.
is something.
That's how philosophy works.
No,
Even your
no,
friends
it's not
will tell you
philosophy, bro. You're
that.
getting slapped up, bro. You're getting
I'm
slapped up. Let me talk,
hypothesizing
let me
with
talk.
possibilities. That's how it works.
Let me talk. Yeah, let me talk.
Yeah,
Okay, I
go
listen
ahead.
to you. Okay, people are watching. Okay, alhamdulillah, people are watching. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Now, we talked about necessary being. I gave you the conditions for a necessary being, and then you said to me, well, "How is he personal? How does it mean he has consciousness?" And then you mentioned energy. I said to you, if you believe energy that has no consciousness, no will, no intelligence, that can give rise to us, so something that doesn't have the innate properties that we have, yeah, and that can give rise to us, but a personal being, a necessary being who is independent, self-sufficient, not composed of parts, cannot be any other way. Him having consciousness and a will and a intelligence, knowledge, impossible. You are a retard. You are the stupidest guy I've met in my life.
Okay.
Apos, do you have psychological issues?
Did you
No,
define
be honest. Do you have psychological
earlier?
issues?
You
How
defined.
can you go live on your channel and you're getting destroyed. Bruv, I'm having mercy on you.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
that
I don't
dumb?
know.
How could you
I don't
go
know.
live? It's like me
I'm just so
uploading a
stupid.
video where somebody knocked me out.
I'm just so
and I'm
dumb.
knocked out, and I go, guys, check this video out.
Al-Dawah, earlier when you defined a necessary being,
Ajib,
did you define
you're
this
mad.
necessary being as a being that must have a consciousness, an intellect, and a will?
No, I didn't.
No, you did
That's why I'm
not.
saying it's
No, you did not.
secondary. I've never said he
Okay.
did
Number
it.
one. That is bad.
Yes.
But then you try to refute.
Excuse me? Say
But
that
then,
again. That's what?
but then you try to refute the energy point by saying
Which
it
I
can't.
did.
It can't be energy
did.
because it doesn't have a will. Okay, fine. Although that is completely stupid, it has nothing to do with the argument. I accept that as a proposition, and then ask you: can you show me? Can you demonstrate to me that a will, a person, a personality is required in order to bring beings or conscious beings into existence? Can you demonstrate that to me? Then you say, no. Let's get back to the argument. I'm asking you a simple question. Can you demonstrate that to me? Can you demonstrate to me that you must have a conscious personal being in order to bring life into existence, in order for life to exist? How can you do that? Based on what evidence?
You've asked me. Listen to me carefully.
Sure, go ahead.
Because genuinely, bro, I didn't want to
Stop with the insults. Just give me the answer.
Apos, I am. I'm just saying you're looking stupid. Listen to what I'm saying carefully.
Yeah.
You said
we see it
why
right here.
can that
I
not
see
be
it right
energy?
here. Everyone is laughing.
Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You said why can that not be energy? Okay. I want to give you an example. Is there an empty glass cup, bro? Yeah. I'm asking you a simple question. Okay. You said to me it can be energy. Okay. If this does not have the properties to make a strawberry milkshake, yeah, to say if it doesn't have those elements, it cannot give rise to it. It doesn't have it innately. You're telling me.
Do you know what energy is?
No, let me finish.
How do you think the Big Bang is explained? How do you think the existence of the first thing is explained?
Yeah, listen to me.
What do you think? Do you think the Big Bang comes out of nothing?
Listen to me. I'm saying to you, you said to me it can be energy. Look, even that scumbag Rotten Wood refuted you. Yeah, you guys had a little debate. He refuted you. Listen to me carefully. You said it can be energy. Okay, I said to you, does energy have consciousness?
What are you talking about?
You said no. Does it have a will? You said no. Does it have intelligence? You said no.
First of all, I said as far as we know, no.
Let me finish. I know you're cutting me because you're hurt. Let me finish. Yeah. Energy that doesn't have these properties, characteristics we have, gave rise to us. Meaning it doesn't have it innately, but spontaneously we have consciousness and intelligence and a will.
Yeah, it develops. Yeah.
But you are the same guy that says a necessary being cannot be have existence, consciousness, have a will, and
when did I say that?
Intelligence, which is knowledge.
When did I say that?
How stupid that sounds?
When did I say that?
You did, because you're saying, how did it give rise to us? How does that make sense? That's what you're saying.
Are you dumb? Is it
Are you stupid?
because I'm asking you? Because I'm asking you, how do you know this is God? That means I say it cannot be a conscious being. Are you completely stupid? When did I say that? Are you dumb, man?
Painting. Let me demonstrate. I'm doing ABC.
When did I ever say that? Can you show me where I said that?
Okay.
Can you tell me how you came to that conclusion?
Okay, guys.
No, you just made a claim. How did I come to that? How did you come to that conclusion?
I'm demonstrating it to you. Let me demonstrate.
Yeah, I'm speaking. How do you come to the conclusion?
Let me finish.
When did I say it can't be a personal being?
Okay, that's what you said.
No, I didn't. When did I say that?
Okay, clarify.
I asked you how you can demonstrate that it is your God. That's all I said.
I haven't even when did I say to you that is Allah? When did I even mention God to you? I said to you, is there a necessary being? You said to me, it can be energy, it can be this. And they are all negate what? Because I said it cannot be any other way. It cannot be composed of parts.
Yeah.
Energy is composed of parts. Multiverse is composed of parts. It's dependent. It's not independent.
Yeah,
It
and
does
then
not
you
meet that
and then you
criteria
brought
you
forth
told.
to me a requirement that it must be a
Exactly.
personal, willful being,
therefore,
which
I'm
is a
telling you, I
requirement that
didn't-
you made up of thin air.
Listen, I listen to you. Listen to me. I'm teaching you here. Just be humble and say, Ali, I don't know the contingency argument. I'm learning.
Ali,
Let me say,
I have actually read books about this and taken classes.
read
Did you go to
nothing, bruv.
university?
Whoa, shut
Did you
up,
go?
bruv.
Did you go to
You're not
university?
convincing me. Bruv, Jake, you messaged Jake and said,
Did you take a
you're
university
master
class in
debater.
psychology in
I'm sorry
philosophy?
for not engaging with the argument. You were going to Jake and saying, Jake, I'm sorry I didn't engage with the argument. Yeah. Now I'm saying to
Ali,
you the following. Let me speak. Let me make my case. Stop interrupting me.
I have
yeah?
actually read
You're
books
getting
about
smashed.
this stuff.
You're getting
Okay.
smashed.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
getting
your fans,
smashed.
they're like
I'm getting
this.
smashed.
This is what your fans are doing.
Yeah.
That's what
Sure.
they're doing.
They are laughing at
let
you
me
right
speak,
now.
let me
Look
speak,
at
let me
look into
speak.
my
Ask the
look
question.
into my live chat. It's full with
You ask
laughter
the
here right
question.
now.
Yes.
It's full with laughter.
yes.
Should I share my screen?
No problem. That's fine. Let me ask you a simple question.
Oh
Okay.
boy, what an
Now,
idiot.
you said to me, I never mentioned God. I never mentioned Allah. I didn't mention none of that. I'm saying necessary being. When did I ever mention Allah? When did I ever mention God? I never. I said,
Yeah.
do you
The
accept
point
we
is,
require a
I said,
necessary
if
being?
even if there was a
You
necessary
said-
being, how do you
you
consider
said
this God?
This
That's what I
necessary
said.
being can be energy.
Yeah.
And I said, no, because it can be any other way. It's composed of parts. It's dependent. It requires something else for its own existence.
Is that
So
part of
I'm
the
saying-
argument for a necessary being? It's not.
No, you're not understanding. I'm telling you.
No,
a
I'm
necessary being
understanding very
cannot be
clearly.
energy.
Is that part of
You're
the
hurt.
argument for a necessary
hurt.
being? It's not.
That's why you're not letting me
It's
talk.
not.
Your butt hurt. Your butt hurt.
Sure. Let me ask
Yeah,
you a
you
simple
got-
question. Since you
you're
are so
finished,
confident,
bruv.
Ali,
You're finished.
can
You're
I speak? Can I speak
ignoramus.
now? Can I speak now?
No, you didn't let me.
Can I
You cut
speak
me out.
now?
How'd you? Excuse me. You cut me out. Let me.
I
me
let
finish
you
my
speak
point.
for the most of the time. Can I speak
No,
now,
you
please?
didn't. I didn't even finish my points.
Okay,
Just-
sure.
I'm
Go
making
ahead.
it clear
Go ahead.
to you.
Finish.
Okay,
Finish. Come
thank
on.
you. I never mentioned Allah or God. I mentioned necessary being. I said, do we accept as necessary being? And then I said to you, the conditions for that. You said to me, energy, multiverse, and I said, no, it cannot be. And I gave you my examples. Then you came and said, how is that Allah? How is that God? I didn't even mention it. Now, if you accept necessary being, then say to me, Ali, okay, necessary being, how can you prove that is Allah? Then I will say, okay.
Are you done?
So yes,
Okay.
that's all you.
Apparently, you're stupid enough to remember that I very clearly said, assuming that it is a necessary being, how would you conclude that this is Allah?
No, not
So I
assuming,
I actually did exactly what you now tell me I should have done. And then you come back with such a response. I mean, you are such a moron. It's unbelievable. But since you are so confident about this, and since people are seeing what an idiot you are concerning theological discussions, I mean, go watch some debates, do something, please. But since you are so confident, let me ask you a few questions, Ali Dawah. Since you want to be an educator and a teacher on these complex topics where you don't even understand the terms that you're talking about. First question and second question. First question is, how many books have you read about arguments for theism or atheism? Second question, did you take any university class which includes philosophy? Go ahead.
it's got nothing to do with the discussion.
Please go ahead and answer the
Zero.
question.
Zero.
Well, you ask a lot of things. You ask a lot of
Zero.
things that
It's
have
got
nothing to do with our
it.
discussion. I'm just asking something.
Nothing to do with it because you can't even answer. You know what's bad? Okay, how many books have you read?
I just answer my question. Come on.
Okay, I've read. Okay, no problem. I've read argument's sake, no books, and I went to no university. Argument's sake. Okay, how many have you done? Okay, how many have you done?
That's not for argument's sake. It's the
No, no,
reality.
How
It's
many
the
have you done?
reality,
No problem.
right?
How many have you done?
It's the reality, right?
Okay. Reality. How many have you done?
I have read quite many books on theology and philosophy.
Why
I have
many?
taken
Okay.
certain online certificates, online courses, unofficial courses, and I also took undergraduate courses in 2 fields of philosophy. And you want to sit here and talk about how you are my teacher
you cannot
without
deal
having
with
done
this argument
anything.
I'm bringing. Let me get this right. I'm somebody, argument's sake, I read no books.
Yeah.
I have no university degrees.
It's not
And
argument's sake, it's
you've
reality.
Read, okay, look, I'm going to give it to Apos. He's read many books.
Yeah, I have.
He's got teachers, and
I
he's
have.
getting smashed by someone like me.
I'm reading one right now. I'm reading one right now.
Getting
It's
smashed by
Robin
someone like me.
Lepodovin arguing for atheism. An
Exactly.
introduction
And
to the
you're getting
philosophy of
smashed by me,
religion.
bruv.
Have
You're
you ever
reading
heard of
books.
something like this?
Okay,
No.
you're reading books.
Here, look.
I haven't.
Here,
Argument's sake.
buy
yeah?
something like
You're
this.
getting smashed by me.
Buy
Now,
something
let's go
like
back to
this
the
and then
topic,
try to
because I
argue.
know you want to
Okay?
know away from it. So now tell me, do you accept the necessary being now after you got refuted?
You're already done with this topic. You have demonstrated what a complete idiot you are about
No,
this topic.
we haven't. You're naughty,
We are
teasing
done with
me.
this. People are laughing at your
Teasing
ignorance right
me.
now.
Don't try it, Apis. Nah, we haven't finished.
You
haven't
know what?
finished.
You know what you should do?
Carry on.
You should take
You
this
accept the
section.
necessary being.
You should take this section and
You
publish it
accept the
and
necessary
say
being.
ignorant atheist destroyed by knowledgeable
You-
Muslim. Publish that
Yeah,
section, please. It will be amazing.
We're gonna let them.
It's gonna be
look, we're gonna
great.
let the people decide.
It's gonna be
People are
great.
gonna decide. No problem. I've got no worry with that.
It's gonna be great.
Guys, look.
Publish it.
I read no book.
Say ex-Muslim atheist
university
destroyed on
degrees.
God.
No books.
Educated
you know,
by
no
Muslim.
university degree. Okay. Somebody who's read books and apparently has teachers. Yeah. He's running away from a debate. Again, do you accept the necessary being?
We already
Yeah,
talked
you're gonna
about
laugh.
it. We already
You're
talked
gonna
about it.
laugh,
We're
no
done with that.
problem.
Let's come
What's
to
wrong with that?
let's come to
Do you
my
accept the necessary
questions.
being? Do you accept the necessary being?
We already done with that. Let's come to my
You
questions. Come on.
accept it.
Let's come to my
You're running
questions.
away.
Let's come to my
Coward.
questions. Come on.
That's the reason
Depends on
why you
depends on
cannot
how you
face
define
me.
necessary being.
That's the reason why
Come on,
you cannot
come
confess
on.
the faith.
Let's come to
You're
my
running
questions.
away. You're
Ali
bailing
Dawah.
out again.
Ali Dawah.
You're bailing out again.
Where does the
Let's
sun
get
go?
on it.
Where does the
You're
sun
bailing
go
out
at
again. How long
night?
have we been here? How long
Where
have we
does the
been
sun
here?
go at
2 hours.
night?
Nearly 2 hours.
Muhammad
You're
Muhammad
finished.
says in the
You're
Sahih Hadith that the
finished.
sun
You're
goes somewhere at
finished.
night. Where does it
You're
go?
finished. You're finished, Bob. You are finished. I cannot believe it. You've left the debate. You're like, oh, I've read so many books and
Yeah.
I have teachers' degrees.
Yeah.
Ali, you have none, and I'm running away from the debate. You coward.
You know
You're
what?
a pusillanimous.
Sit down with
What
Muhammad
kind of
Hijab.
pusillanimity?
Sit down with Muhammad
Stability.
Hijab and review this
Instability is this?
conversation and let him clap
What
for
kind
you.
of instability is this?
Do
You're
that,
running away
please.
from an argument we're having. You coward. You're showing me books of atheism and you're running away.
Okay.
Do you accept
Are you
the
done?
necessary
Are you done with your dumb
being? Is there a
rants?
necessary being?
Are you done with your answer? We already talked about that. I
necessary
already gave you your answer. We're
No,
done
you
with
didn't.
this.
You ran away. You ran away.
Possibly.
You ran
Okay.
away.
Possibly. That's what I said. Okay, we're done with
Oh.
this. We're done with
no,
this.
okay, possible. Okay, wait.
Okay,
Okay,
possibly.
so you
We're done with this.
accept
We are
that-
done with
one second,
this.
one second. This is-
We are done with this. We are not having a debate.
This is
We are
vote.
not having a debate.
So
We are not having a
it's an
debate.
interview now. I said to you, I would debate you on this topic. Stop chatting nonsense, bruv.
We are
You
not.
don't turn
We
this
are,
to
we're
an
not having a
interview.
debate.
You're finished, little boy.
We are not having a
Everyone's watching,
debate.
bruv. People are messaging me. They're watching. They're laughing their head
Oh,
off at you,
really?
cloud.
Yeah, I
You
believe you
clown.
totally. Show
Do
me.
you accept the necessary being? You said possible. Is it possible?
Possible.
Is
Yeah.
it possible?
Possible.
Okay,
yeah.
good. So therefore, you accept that there's a necessary being. Okay, good. Now that means that's a criteria for us that there is a creator. Why? Because if you accept a necessary being, you need
Possible.
to acknowledge that he has to have a will.
Possible.
Can
I
a
said
necessary
possible.
being-
I didn't say
One
yes.
second, not possible. Don't try those words, bruv. You're finished. The atheist community are going to divorce you.
Oh
Through
yeah,
talaq,
sure.
talaq,
Totally,
talaq, talaq.
totally.
You're finished.
Totally.
They're going to divorce you, bruv.
They're
You're
laughing at you right
intellectual
now. Come on.
fraud. Okay, so if you accept the
I know
necessary
we're
being,
done with this.
you have to-
Nobody is
you
interested
have
in this
to accept
conversation. Come on, move on.
the necessary being has to have intelligence, right? Yes or no?
No,
Why not?
because it's not part of a definition of a necessary being. Very simple.
Excuse me?
It's not part of the definition of a necessary being.
No,
Quite
no,
simple.
no, no, no. We're making it personal now. Okay.
Depending on what.
Is there intelligence? Is there knowledge in the universe?
Sure is. Yeah.
Okay. How does a necessary being give rise to the dependent things, contingent things, but has no knowledge? How?
Is something that we philosophize and research and learn and further find out. How does it come into existence according to you? Do you have
What an
research papers
answer.
on this?
What an answer.
Do you have
Oh my
research papers on
gosh.
this? Can you give me some
We have
evidence?
research papers, and you might as well say, I like banana, orange, and milkshake.
Oh,
What kind of answer is
You
that?
don't know what a research paper
What
is,
kind of a
right?
stupid answer is that? I'm
What-
asking you.
It's a
I'm
scientific
asking you-
answer, actually. Very simple,
I'm asking
to be honest.
Apis, I'm asking you, yeah. How does
What is a research paper? I have
there
never
is-
heard of
one
such a
second.
thing.
There is knowledge.
Is a
one
research
second,
paper a
there's
banana?
intelligence.
Can you eat that?
One second. How does an intelligence look? There's knowledge in the universe. It's intelligence, yeah. How does the necessary being not
I don't
have
know.
knowledge?
I don't
What
know.
is it?
How does it? How
There
does
you
it?
go. Again.
I don't
Again.
know.
Allah talks about this.
I don't
Quran.
know.
If you ask them who created heavens and earth, I
Okay,
don't know.
I don't know. I
I
don't know.
don't know. Who created
How does it? Show
I
it to
don't
me.
know.
Show it to me.
I
How
don't
does
know.
it? How
Okay,
does
no
it?
problem.
How does it
Where's
come
the-
into
okay.
existence? Show it to me. Give me research.
Very
Come on.
simple. What do you mean show it to me? What do you mean show it to me?
Give me
Can you see
research.
your
Give me
consciousness?
give me
Can you
research.
see
Give me
your
evidence.
consciousness? Can you see your consciousness?
Dude, answer my question. Show it to me.
I'm
How do
answering.
you prove your argument?
Show me you have
on.
consciousness. I believe you have no brain, but show me.
I
your
can
consciousness.
actually show you my consciousness in terms
Show
of
me.
hooking things to my brain and showing
No,
you
no,
activity,
no,
brain activity
no,
when I'm thinking,
No,
when I'm
excuse
dreaming.
me? Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me?
When two people dream about similar things, they actually have
No,
brain
no.
activity that is very similar to each other. Do you know
No,
that?
that's not consciousness.
Have you
That's
have
brain
you studied
activity.
neuroscientific
That's brain activity.
research?
That's brain activity. I'm
What
talking
is
about
brain
consciousness.
activity? Where do
I'm
you think
talking about
consciousness
consciousness.
works?
Excuse me. Consciousness is something.
Where's your
that is
mind?
Abstract.
It's in your brain.
Excuse me. You're an empiricist. Yeah. Okay. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Can you touch consciousness?
I cannot touch it. No,
Can you see it?
I cannot see it, no,
Can
but I
you
can
taste it?
experience it, and
Can
I
you
can
taste it?
track it and
Can you taste
visually
it? Can
represent
you
it.
taste it?
No, that's
Can
not
you
how it
taste it?
works. It's idiotic.
Can
You
you
cannot
taste it?
taste many
Can
other
you
things
taste it?
either.
Can you taste it?
Make your case, man.
Can you
Make your
taste it?
case.
Can you taste it?
Make your case, Ali Dawah. Make your
You can't
goddamn
taste it.
case.
Can you
You are
smell
an
it?
idiot. Come
No,
on,
you
make your
can't.
case.
But I can smell your BS. Can you hear it? No. Therefore, it doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, it does.
You
Yes, it does.
clown.
Because we can
What
hook
a
up. Because we
stupid
can
man
hook up
you
two
are.
people. Because we can
Oh
hook
my
up two
gosh.
people to machines
I
and can
thought
track their
genuinely,
brain
man,
activities
I
during
thought
them
you were
having a
little bit
dream,
more smarter than
having
this.
anxiety, having certain feelings. We can actually track their brain activities. We
Wallahi.
can see when it works. We can
thought
see when it stops
You would
working.
be a
We
bit
can
more
see when it
intelligent.
turns off, when it turns on. We can
This
track
is
all
crazy.
these things due to 21st century science
gosh.
and neuroscience, due
My
to
friend,
psychological research and
My
neuroscience.
friend, what
Something
are you
that
talking about?
Ali Dawah
You
knows
cannot
nothing
see,
about.
You cannot touch. You cannot smell. You
Yeah.
cannot hear.
Oh, really?
Consciousness.
Really?
But
Can you do the same with energy, for example? How much
and then
do
you believe it? Okay.
can you do the
Look,
same
look,
with
look.
all the energy in the that you have in your environment? Can you
Well,
touch it
still,
all?
that's
Can
my
you
point.
see
That's
it all?
dark
Can you
matter.
define it all? Can you
Like,
smell it all?
still, you
Can
see
you
it.
lick it and taste it all?
No, but that's my point. It's like dark matter.
No,
You
yeah,
cannot.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But
And what can you do? You can put it under
no,
a specific.
but that's my point.
You can
That's
put it
my
under a
point. You got
specific
stupid.
screen and track
Look,
it, you idiot.
look,
That's how it
you-
works. This is
you
science. This
If
is
I was your
science.
teacher,
I am
if I was
asking
your teacher, I
you
would slap
to
you up.
demonstrate to me
If I was
how.
your teacher,
I'm
oh
asking
my
you to
gosh, I would
demonstrate
give
to
you
me
a
how
beating that you never
consciousness
had in your
has to
life.
be there in order to bring
If
it
I
into
was your
existence.
You're an absolute ignorance. What kind of a teacher? And you study
Ali
this bitch.
Dawah,
Anyway,
engage with the
there's
actual
a necessary
argument.
being.
Engage
Okay,
with the actual argument.
okay.
Come on.
If
Respond to
there's-
me.
there's a necessary-
Respond
okay,
to me.
If there's a necessary being, and
Dude, do you want to have a
independent-
discussion or not?
Let me finish. I'm having
Do you want to have a discussion or not? You have been
I'm
talking
listening to you.
forever
I'm-
and
I'm
cutting me off.
listening.
Do you will
No,
you
I
let me
didn't cut
talk
you
or
off.
not?
Don't say I cut you off. Everyone can see.
Will you
I
let
lead,
me
I
talk
listen
or
to you.
not? Everyone can
No,
see that you don't let me
no.
talk. Will you let me talk or not?
I let you talk. You asked me a question about the necessary being personal, and I'm telling you. So let me talk. If you're asking me a question, let me answer.
That's
So,
not what I
a
asked you.
necessary being, if it's independent, it gave rise to these dependent things. Does that not require will?
Can you prove it? Can you show me how that exactly works? Can you demonstrate it?
Okay, yeah, okay. So there's dependent things. There's many dependent things in
Yeah.
our universe.
Yeah.
The independent necessary being has to have a will. It has to will it because they're dependent on what? It can't be infinite amount of dependent things. They require the necessary being to give rise to it. So the necessary being requires a will to will it.
The will has nothing to do with it being a
yes.
necessary being. It is.
Define will.
It is in no part, in no way part of the argument.
Wow, what an answer.
The will,
What an
the
answer.
will of the originator is in no way part of the actual argument. Do you have somebody there who can actually help you with that? They will say the same thing. Whether that being has a will or not has nothing to do with the argument here at all. You are talking about something you know nothing about. Open a book, go to school, stop driving your taxi, go to college if you want to talk about these things. Educate yourself, read a book, open a book, learn something about it. You're talking nonsense. Whether a necessary being has a will or a consciousness or not has nothing to do at all with an argument from contingency or from a necessary being. That's not how it works at all. And even your dear friends, your Sabur Ahmed or Mohammed Hijab, I could get William Lane Craig here. I could ask him to review this and he will laugh his ass off listening to your reasoning here, despite the fact that he agrees that there is a creator. You have no clue what you're talking about, you idiot. You have the IQ of a bird. Come to the actual discussion. You are talking about things you know nothing about and embarrassing yourself while trying to humiliate me. And everybody's seeing it. People are laughing at you, man. You are so embarrassing. You are so damn embarrassing on this topic. You should stop it. Get back to Islam. Tell me where the sun goes at night. Tell me how Allah comes to the lowest heaven at night. Tell me how the sun and the moon chase each other all the time. Tell me how the moon will lose its light, which doesn't even have light. Tell me why Muhammad said the sun goes at sunset to ask for permission to rise again, and one day it will not be given permission and go back to its resting place and rise from the west. Explain that to me. Where does the sun go? Talk about relevant things. Nobody cares about your idiotic, stupid understanding of theology. You are embarrassing yourself entirely. People are laughing at you. I know you're acting like you're completely cool right now. You're acting like you have really done something right now. People are laughing at you, man. People are embarrassed of you. Muslims are watching and feel embarrassed with you. I have tons of messages of Muslims saying, Ali Dawah, please don't embarrass us. Please don't do this. I can prove it. I sent you messages yesterday. I sent Ali Dawah messages yesterday, at least 15 messages, 30 messages of Muslims saying, Ali Dawah, brother, please don't embarrass us. Please don't do this. You know this. You know I told you this. You know I did that. And you know that you then turned off because you were uncomfortable by that. Isn't that right? Talk about things that you actually claim to know something about, like Islam, and answer to me where the sun goes at night. Come on, let me know.
Finished?
Yeah, you are. Come on.
You let it all out.
You are a dumb idiot. You have an IQ of 90
There you
or
go.
85 or
Ad
something.
hominems.
I don't know.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
Carry on.
Oh, yeah,
Carry
I am the one who's doing ad hominems. Come on. Answer the question. Where does the sun go at night?
Carry on.
Where does
Anger
the sun go
issues.
at night? Answer my question.
Nervousness, anxiety, embarrassment, humiliation.
I would say, in all honesty, I am frustrated by the fact that such an imbecile
Okay.
like you claims to have some
Acceptance is a good
knowledge.
step to recovery.
Yeah,
Acceptance is a good step to recovery.
I accept that you are an
Humiliation.
imbecile. Yes, come on, answer the question.
Pusillanimity, debility, instability.
You can't even
yeah.
spell the word pusillanimous.
Yeah,
Stop talking about things you know
yeah.
nothing about.
I
Come on.
don't need to. I'm looking at it.
Oh, how
Yeah.
intelligent. What a great
Yeah,
what a
yeah,
great
I'm looking at
comeback.
it, bruv. I don't
You
need
don't
to
even
spell
know
it when
how
I'm
to
living
spell
it.
the word.
I'm
I mean, you want to
living it. I'm
brag
living
about
the
a word, you don't
experience.
even know how to spell it.
So anyway,
Ali Dawah, how do you spell
sound-
pusillanimous? Can you
sound
can you
like an
spell
angry
pusillanimous to
person.
us?
Okay, let me get this right. I've
Yeah,
got the
of course.
great-
I am
I've got
the one who says people
I've
should be
got-
killed
look,
for not believing
I
in what
listen
I
to you.
believe.
I listen to you. I listen to you. Let me finish it. Okay.
Answer my
I know
question.
you
Where
really
does the
would-
sun go at
I
night?
listen, bruv. I listen to you. Let me.
Where
finish.
does the
I
sun go
listened
at
to you.
night?
You had a tantrum. You went on a
Where
rant,
does the
look at
sun
you.
go
And-
at night?
And I know when you get angry, you do this.
Where
like
does
you're
the sun
posing.
go at night?
What's this? Why you keep doing this? I know you're uncomfortable.
Where does the sun
I'm
go at
under your
night?
skin. It's burning.
You don't even know what
Bruv,
ad
it's
hominem
burning.
means,
I
which
know
is
you
what
are
you're doing
dying
right
in
now.
your
Come on.
rage. And I love that.
Where does the sun go at
that you're
night?
dying in your rage, bro.
Where does the sun
I
go
know
at
you get
night?
anxiety. That's why you're doing this. I know you. I know
Where
your
does the
body
sun
language.
go at night?
When you start getting panicky, you start doing this.
Hey, do you know somebody named
You do this, you do
Ilyas?
something like this.
Do you know Ilyas? What does Ilyas mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Anyway,
Ilyas mean
yeah.
doesn't Ilyas
Yeah.
mean my God is Yahweh? Who is Yahweh?
Yes.
Do you know about
He used the
Yahweh?
Bible. He's become a Christian apologist. He's a Christian.
The Bible? The Bible? Isn't Ilyas mentioned in the Quran?
Anyways.
Isn't Ilyas mentioned in the Quran?
I've listened to you. You've had your tantrum.
Ilyas is mentioned in the Quran. What does Ilyas mean? It means El Yahu. My
I'm not
God
talking to a
is
Christian.
Yahweh. Who is Yahweh?
I'm talking to a fake ex-Muslim who doesn't know Mubahala. You can't do Mubahala with an atheist.
Oh yeah, I don't know
Anyways.
more about it because I accept your dumb offer.
Anyways.
Where does the sun
I've
go at
listened to
night?
you. I've listened to you. Let me talk.
Where does the sun go at night? I'm not going to engage with your
I've
dumb
listened
arguments any
to you, let me
further.
talk.
You made
Let me
arguments.
talk.
I encourage you to
I've
engage
listened
with
to you,
this
let me
argument.
talk.
Go ahead. Where does the
Don't
sun
get
go at
angry.
night?
Don't get angry. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't leave
As
your
soon as you
bedroom
talk
and
about
spend some time
something
with your
different, I
family.
will cut you off.
Leave your bedroom and spend some time with your family. You clown. You're going depressed in your little house and you got keyboard. Anyways, I said, and let me talk. Okay.
Where does the sun go at
IQ
night?
of, let me speak, man. Let me speak. I know.
Don't
you
talk
are
about
finished.
irrelevant things. Answer my
I
question.
know, bruv. People in Patreon are gonna say, bruv, this guy is a liability to us.
Yeah, sure. I'm
Done
saying that right
this.
now.
This guy's the stupidest guy ever. But
Shut the
anyways,
fuck up. Where does the sun go
there
at
you
night?
go.
Answer my
Die in
question.
your rage, boy. You little boy.
Where does
You're
the sun go
finished.
at night?
You got intellectually. I'm an Uber driver. Alhamdulillah, I'm proud, earning a halal living. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe some of your followers are Uber drivers. Yeah? I'm an Uber driver who has an IQ of a bird. Okay, I haven't got a degree, apparently. I haven't read books, but I smashed you.
Yeah, fine.
You got smashed.
Where does the sun go at
You
night?
got smashed.
Muhammad says the sun goes to its
Good
resting
boy.
place at night and
Anyways,
comes back in the
anyways.
morning again after I had
Now,
asked for permission.
Does
Where
the
does the sun go at
necessary being
night?
have a will?
Where does the sun go at night?
Answer my question.
Where does the sun go at night?
Answer my question.
Would you marry off your little
Finish. Look
daughter at the
you,
age of
man. Look
6
at you.
to
Your
a
shoulders are back.
man who is 50 years old?
You're insecure.
I'm proud. Here.
Your shoulders are like this.
Do you think this looks like insecure?
Insecure.
I'm talking to a
You're insecure
pedophile
like this.
worshipper. What do you think?
Insecure.
Would you marry off your
Insecure boy.
little daughter at the
Insecure
age
boy.
of 6
You've probably
to
had
a
child
to a
trauma.
perverted
Yes,
prophet at the age of
yes,
55?
yes,
Would you
yes.
do that?
There you go.
Would you do
You're a
that?
little pusillanimous.
Would
Now,
you do
does
that?
the necessary
Would you
being
marry
have a
off your
will?
little daughter
Necessary
at the
being-
age of
there you go.
6 to a man who
There
is
you go.
55
Bro,
years
I'll
old?
smash you.
Would you
I'll
do
smash
that?
you on that. I'll smash you on that.
Would you do that?
I'm not even going to
Look,
let you go there.
just answer my question. Come
Necessary
on.
being.
I don't care about your
Necessary
necessary being. You have
being. Why
no
are you
clue what you're
scared?
talking about.
Why are you
Read a
scared
book
of the
about it.
question? Why are you
Where does the
scared?
sun go at night?
Bruv, at least I don't agree that I will have intimacy with my own child.
I don't
That's
either.
an
I don't
adult.
either.
At least I
I don't
believe
either.
that necrophilia is okay.
Demonstrate to me
At
where
least I
did
don't
we agree
believe
that we would
that
discuss
I,
your
if my
arguments
child,
today?
If my own blood, my own child, my own family sent your video to me, when I said this to him, he wanted to vomit. I said, this guy believes, and I sent a video of Armin, you saying there is nothing wrong with incest. You said to me, if there is no harm, you will have intimacy with your own child. You disgusting person
I never
who's
said
an
that.
adult. You
I
are
never
a
said that.
filthy, disgusting person.
I never
Shame
said
on
that.
you.
That's
And
a
you come
lie.
up questions on morality.
I never said that. That's a
The
lie.
Prophet's marriage to Aisha, you count.
Yeah, your prophet was a pedophile, a pervert.
Bro,
Come on,
listen,
is that true?
Listen,
Where does the sun go at night? If you
I
don't want to
can- I
talk
can
normally,
go-
I will
listen,
talk like
I can
this.
slap you up.
Where does
If
the
I
sun
want-
go at
I can
night?
even slap you up. We're going to meta ethics.
Where does the sun go at night?
I'll slap you up, little boy.
You don't even
Yeah,
know what
you got
meta
smashed.
ethics. What does
You got
meta ethics
smashed.
mean?
You got smashed.
What is the
You got
etymology
smashed.
and the meaning of meta
You got
ethics?
smashed, brother. You got smashed.
What does meta
Okay?
ethics mean?
To you believe you should you. If I'm saying you
What
believe
does
in-
meta
you believe in
ethics
error-
mean?
You believe in the error theory, which is
What
what
is
There
meta
no, There is
ethics?
no good or there is no bad. So stop chatting.
When did I ever say
Now,
I
come
believe in
back to
error
the contentious
theory?
argument.
When did I say I believe in
Listen,
error
listen,
theory?
Listen. I don't know if you're going to go there.
You make a
Okay?
lot of
I
claims
know your
here.
position.
You make
I
a
know
lot
your
of
position.
claims. You need to justify
Okay,
them. Where did I
know
ever
your
say that?
position. Okay, I know your position. Okay.
No, you
I
don't.
know your
You
position.
just said I believe in
Okay.
error theory. I
Yes.
never said that. Where
Okay.
did I say that?
Yes. But listen. You said you do not believe in any good or bad. I can go there and slap you.
That's not error. That is not error
Now,
theory.
No.
You don't-
No.
So
You
another
said it.
thing,
There is
another thing
there
where
is
you
no
say you
heaven,
can
there is
educate
no
me and you have
hell.
no idea what
There
you're
is no
talking about.
God,
Because
there
you
is no
say,
good, there is no bad. There is
Okay,
no good.
is
There
that
is no bad.
is that
You
necessarily
fool,
error
you
theory?
fool, You fool.
Okay,
When
answer
you
my
say there
question.
is no good or
Answer my
bad,
question.
you
Is that
cannot come and
necessarily
talk
error
about good
theory?
and bad. You cannot come and say this is good, this is bad.
Okay.
You fool. Even your friend David Wood said that to you, waste man. He said to you,
Okay.
"How could you talk about the issue of Aisha's marriage if you believe in that? You retard. You
Can I-
dumb. Your own
Can I
friend
ask you
slapped
one? Can I
up.
ask? Can I ask you
Your
one question,
friend
Ali
in the
Dawah?
debate that you had with him said
Ali
to you,
Dawah, can I ask you one question?
You can't mention Aisha's marriage to the Prophet now anymore. You fool. Your own friend mocks you. They call you Apos. They mock you Apos. And David Wood refuted you. David Wood made a point for Islam. He said, "How
Okay.
could you question Aisha's marriage when
Okay.
you don't believe in
Okay,
it? You
fine.
fool." Anyways,
Funny.
can
Okay.
the necessary being have a will?
Okay, since you made the
Can the
since you
necessary
made the
being have a will?
argument, since you made
Can
the
the
claim,
necessary being have a will?
if one
Can the
says,
necessary being have a
if
will?
somebody says there is no good
the
and
necessary
no
being have a
evil,
will?
does that mean they
I'm done
believe
with
in
this guy,
error
bro.
theory?
I'm done with this guy.
Oh yeah,
I'm
well
done
you're
with
a
this guy.
pussy. You're
Look
running
at
away
his
right
face.
now.
Look at his
By
face.
your
Look at
own
his
words,
face.
you call people
Look at his
pussy,
face.
and that's
I'm
what
gonna
you
recite
are.
some Qur'an.
Come on.
I'm gonna recite the Qur'an. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان
You can
الرجيم.
never actually
بسم الله
discuss the
الرحمن
topic of Islam
الرحيم.
with me. I don't care about your Quran.
الحمد
I rip up your Quran.
لله رب
Muhammad was a
العالمين
pedophile who
الرحمن
married a little
الرحيم
child
مالك
and
يوم
penetrated her when she was
الدين
9
إياك
years old.
نعبد
While people
وإياك
hear it on my part, still you
نستعين
didn't. You muted me there, but
اهدنا
people can hear me as
الصراط
well.
المستقيم
Muhammad married
صراط
Aisha when she
الذين
was
أنعمت
6 years
عليهم
old and he was 50 years
غير
old. And then
المغضوب
he took her to
عليهم
bed
ولا
when he was 55 and she was 9.
الضالين.
Perfect.
Ameen. Oh, by the way, talking about Quran, do you know Surah Kawthar? Do you know Surah Kawthar? Can you recite Surah Kawthar? 3 lines, a little child will know. Do you know Surah Kawthar?
You muted me, you goddamn idiot.
You coward. You don't even know 3
You
verses of
muted me,
Quran.
you idiot.
I
I'm
dare
trying to
you.
unmute myself. What?
Okay, can you recite Surah Kawthar?
I'm not reciting anything.
Waste man.
I'm not reciting
Waste
anything.
man. You're a
When
waste man,
when did
lad.
we agree to debate
You're a
your
waste man, lad.
topic? Why do you
You're a
not
waste
want
man,
to
lad.
debate
In
Islam?
London,
with
you know
me?
what we call you? A little Ute. You're a waste man. Look, I'll open it for you. You read it.
I don't care what
I'll open it for you.
I
You
don't
read
care
it.
what idiots like you call me.
You open it. I'll read it.
Where does the sun go at night? Does Allah
this.
come? Does Allah come
Watch
down
this, watch this,
at the
watch this.
time of the night to the
Finished.
lowest
You're
heaven and
finished.
say,
Wallah, you're
"Pray to
finished.
me"?
You're finished. You're finished. There we go. Read this. Read this. Can you read it? Read it. Read it. Read it. Can you read it? Can you bring it closer?
Where does
Surah
the sun
Kawthar,
go at
Surah
night?
Kawthar. Read it. Read it. I beg you. 3 lines. 3 lines.
Where does the
3
sun
lines.
go at night? Okay, fine. If he
Read it,
doesn't
read
want
it.
to do
There
it,
you
I
go.
will just
Does
do
it
it
focus?
myself.
Can you see it? No, let me send it on Twitter. I'm going to send it to you on Twitter. Let me send it on Twitter. 1 second.
If he doesn't want to
Yeah.
engage with it, I'll just do it here.
I'm going to send it
All
on
right.
Twitter. 1 second.
Sahih Bukhari
go.
3199. The
He's
Prophet
done.
asked me at sunset,
The boy
"Do
got
you know where the
finished.
sun goes at the time of
The boy got
sunset?"
finished.
I replied, "Allah is
The
an
boy got
apostle, no
finished.
better." He said,
Alhamdulillah.
"By the way, this is such an issue."
Alhamdulillah.
Farid
Brothers and
himself didn't
sisters,
want to respond to this
Alhamdulillah.
argument.
Let's mute this guy.
He said it goes and
Second,
travels
second.
until it prostrates
Finish with the
itself
boy.
underneath the throne of
Finish with the
Allah
boy.
and takes the permission to rise
Not
again.
mute, yeah?
And it is permitted. And then a time
mute.
will come
Okay,
when it
good.
will be
Stop
about
that.
to
That's
prostrate
easy.
itself, but its
And I was gonna
prostration
travel
will
to
not
US,
be
wallah,
accepted.
alhamdulillah, Allah made
It
it
will
easy.
ask permission to
That
go on
exposes
its
it.
course, but it will
Can
not
you
be
imagine?
permitted.
I was gonna go
But
all
it
the
will
way
be
there for
ordered
this
to
fool.
return whence
He
it
ran
has
away
come
from the
from.
contentious argument.
So it will rise
He
in the
can't. He
west.
thought you can do mubahala
So
with
according to
incompetence.
Muhammad, the sun
Okay,
will actually
this fool,
actually
he's
go
absolutely
somewhere
ignorant
all
when
the
he came
time,
out.
asks for permission to
Absolutely
rise again in the
infatuated, guys.
morning. That happens all the time,
Alhamdulillah,
again and
after
again. And
Daniel
one day it
smashed
asks for
him,
permission, doesn't
Hijab
receive
buried him,
permission, goes back and
Jake
rises in the
flipping-
west. This is
then
so
he
embarrassing.
brought him back
This is
and
just
slapped him up
one
again.
example, one
And then you
simple
had this little
example.
girl.
Muhammad's
then lastly, who
prophecies
did you
are
have?
so
17-year-old
embarrassing
boy, intelligent boy,
that, as you
mashallah.
can
And
see,
what did
people
hijab
like
say?
Muhammad,
Hijab
people
said,
like Ali
"A
Dawah or
smart,
Muhammad
sharp,
Hijab do not want
16-year-old
to
boy
discuss these things,
can deal with
and
you."
instead
That's
go
exactly
to
what
ad
happened.
hominems, as you have
17,
seen
that's
the
exactly
entire
what happened.
time,
Brothers
and to
sisters,
irrelevant
wallahi,
arguments
these people,
which they don't even
we deal with
understand.
them like this, alhamdulillah.
That's how it
You can
happens.
see he couldn't engage
They
with
are
arguments,
embarrassed by their
left,
own
right,
religion.
center. He doesn't even know.
They're
Surah
embarrassed
Al-Kahf.
by their own religion, man.
Absolute clown.
Embarrassed by their own
Finished.
religion. They can
You're finished.
answer simple religions
You're finished.
about their own
Let him,
religion.
let him vent it out. Let
Can't
him vent it out.
answer
Let him vent
simple
out. Let him
questions
vent out.
about their own religion. Can't tell me why Muhammad made prophecies that the world would end within 100 years, but it didn't end. Why Muhammad said, before this boy grows old, the end will come, but it didn't happen. Cannot tell me why Muhammad said, I don't know, me and the day of judgment are like this, but it didn't happen. Cannot tell me why Muhammad said Allah comes down to the lowest heaven every night and stays there until a certain time to listen to our prayers, which does not work in a round earth as we know it right now. Cannot tell me why Muhammad said the sun goes to a resting place at night. Cannot tell me why Muhammad made prophecies of Constantinople and of Rome being conquered, and then the day of judgment being coming very soon. Cannot tell me why Muhammad said that the Dajjal might be here now, or that the Dajjal will be coming very soon, and 2,000 years have passed. They cannot tell any of these things. They don't want to talk about these things because they are embarrassed about their religion, which is why this guy has to sit here and list insults and discuss about theology when he doesn't even understand it. I mean, have you listened to this guy's contingency argument? It is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He admits to never having read a book on this topic and wants to educate people who actually talk about these things and actually read about these things and discuss about these things. It is so stupid. It's very clear from here why this guy did not want to have a debate, which is why he made this setup. He is not willing to have a debate, but he's willing to sit here with me for 2 hours and just insult me for no proper reason, while also advocating for killing me and apostates like me in his ideal Islamic state, and then saying that people like me have blood on our hands. And even if I asked him today, Ali Dawah, if you're brave enough, answer this question. If you could turn the UK into an Islamic state where people should be executed for apostasy, would you do it? Yes or no?
I finished the tantrum?
Yes, would you do it? Yes or no? Answer the question.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah.
If you could turn the UK into an Islamic state where
second.
people are executed
One
for
second.
apostasy, would you do it? Yes or no?
1 second. Okay, are you finished your tantrum? Have you let the
Answer my question. Answer my question. I don't care.
Do this,
Answer my
breathe in.
question. Come on.
I am. Look, breathe in through your mouth.
Answer my question.
Hold it 5 seconds.
Yes or no? You have 5 seconds. 1,
And then let it go from the
2,
nose. Yeah.
3,
Okay.
4, 5. Okay, you have not answered the question. Fantastic. So another question that he doesn't want to answer. Another question that he's too cowardly to answer. He's too cowardly to take a vaccine to come to America and says that I was scared of facing an idiot, an imbecile like him. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? He's scared of taking a vaccine and wants to avoid the debate based on that. He probably has the vaccine. He probably just makes it up as an excuse because he doesn't want to have a debate. He follows a pedophile prophet, cannot discuss this, has openly said, he is on record saying she would marry his daughter off to an old man if she's ready at the age of 9. He actually said he would marry off his 9-year-old daughter to an old man if it were possible. He said that. We have it on video. We have it on record. He did say that. His friend Muhammad Hijab said that the Qur'an actually allows child marriage and having sex with 5-year-olds. This is Islam. And he's too shy to admit this here right now. He's too shy to admit these things because his religion would bomb right here while it is live. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're a coward. You're a coward. Go ahead. People have seen you today. Fantastic. That was better than a debate. No, you can't. Fuck off. I don't care. Get out of here. I don't care. You can leave.
Can I say something?
You can leave.
Can you hear me?
I can say stay away from Islam and stay away from dumb people like this guy.
Can you hear me?
No, I can't. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay, can I say last statement?
I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
One last statement?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all there is to it. I have basically talked to myself while he's there having to listen to me because he just thinks that he can come here and break every single agreement that he makes and then talk nonsense to us. And this is what they are. This is what Muhammad Hijab did, and this is what he did as well. Because these people are cowards. They are uneducated, idiotic, barbaric, primitive cowards who are too scared to discuss their own religion with us, which advocates for killing apostates, killing critics, killing gay people, subjugating women, raping women. Muhammad Hijab openly advocated for raping women. He says marrying little children and penetrating them at the age of 5 is sanctioned in the Quran. Ali Dawah said he would marry off his 9-year-old daughter to an old man when she's ready. These people have said these things. And that is why they are so embarrassed that they will not sit down and have actual debates on Islam with us, because they know that we will display the stupidity, the idiotic logic, and the horrible morals by their own standards, even to them and to the public, which is why they have to resort to insults and to discussions about a necessary being, which he does not even understand. I mean, I show him a book here. He admits that he has never read a book. He has never read a book on the topic. He has never gone to school on this topic. And he sits here trying to educate others while making the biggest blunders and not even understanding the basis of the very argument that he himself makes. This is the intellect. This is the capacity of these people, of these Muslim apologists. We have demonstrated that today. Everybody has seen it. Everybody has seen what Ali Dawah is. I have no idea why people even subscribe to these guys. I guess it's because people also subscribe to Kim Kardashian. At least she looks like something. Or why they, I don't know, subscribe to some jokers online. But this is their intellect. This is their capacity. And this is what they think of their own religion. They are ashamed of it, which is why they need to insult us. Everybody has seen it. Make as many clips of this as you like. Share this widely. Share his blunders about a necessary being and how he doesn't understand his argument. I mean, I would respect it if somebody like Michael, Inspiring Philosophy, would come to me and talk about the argument from a necessary being. I actually listened to his argument and I thought, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. It sounds really good, though I have my objections. When we listen to Ali Dawah, who sits here and doesn't even understand a simple thing about it, but pretends like he is a scholar on it, it's just so painfully embarrassing, and it's frustrating to witness them be so arrogant while being so ignorant about these things. I mean, seriously, man, we have demonstrated everything today. He is a nasty, terrible individual. He made promises which he broke all one by one. You have proof for that. I demonstrated it from the beginning to the end of this conversation. You have seen that he didn't want to talk about Islam for a single time. He couldn't answer a simple question. Where does the sun go at night? No Muslim apologist wants to answer this question. Why? As dumb as it may sound, Muhammad actually did say that it goes to a resting place and comes back in the morning to rise again when it gets permission from Allah. And it sounds like a very dumb argument. But that's what Muhammad said, and Muhammad is supposed to be a prophet who is inspired by Allah. But he was not. He was just a 7th century idiot, a 7th century pervert that perverts like this guy proudly follow. We have demonstrated a lot today. And I'm done venting. I'm very happy now. Thank you, Ali Dawah. Thank you for your great service. I will collect more screenshots of Muslims saying, brother, what have you done? You have embarrassed us. I already have tons of them. I want to make a slide of all these screenshots with tell him that. In fact, let me show you what I did yesterday. I wasn't lying. I wasn't bluffing. I wasn't making that up. Look at that. I sent him a whole list of exactly these here. Let me share my screen. Let me show this to you, just because it's so beautiful. Let me show this to you. Look at this. Look at these messages. I sent these to Ali Dawah himself, and he stopped responding to me because he was so embarrassed. Brother, I love you, but don't get into these cursing matches. You're better than that. Use hikmah, this and that. Get the vaccine, man. It's not that bad. There is no good reason not to take it. His own people are telling him to take the vaccine. Just do it online and get it over with. APOS got destroyed. Just do it online. Even people who hate me and who denigrate me are pushing him to just do it. Take the L, buddy. You know you needed to be vaccinated to enter the US. This is his own comment section. Then slap him about intellectually via an online debate. This is the quickest and easiest solution. People are protesting because he just doesn't want to accept the debate. Honestly, brother, my opinion doesn't really matter. But the fact is, this coward won a debate. And he agreed without knowing your COVID situation. Beat him in his comfort. Get the vaccine. People are telling him, dude, AP wants to debate you. It's you who doesn't want to debate. 99.99% of people watching the debate will do so online and record it. It doesn't matter if you meet in person, just do it online. To be honest, you're being childish. This is a Muslim who has Islamist in his biography. He says, to be honest, you're being childish to Ali Dawah. What's wrong with you? This is a Muslim. Your entire Twitter is filled with apostate prophets mentions. And this guy thinks I am obsessed with him. Okay, Ali Dawah is a brother whose work I always appreciate, but I don't understand this whole Apos debate thing. Ali Dawah's narrative is just chest thumping to no avail. Brother Ali, enough please. Let Allah deal with him because he keeps obsessively tweeting about me. Take the jab and go. Take the jab and go. Take the jab and go. Stop being childish. These are all Muslims. Ali, you obviously ran away from the debate. Stop disappointing all your Muslim fans and debate him. Take the jab. Just debate him online with conditions. These are all Muslims that I know from his comment section. Akhi, you just gave the victory to Ridwan. Akhi means brother. You just gave the victory to Ridwan. The victory. He was ready for the USA, but you denied going because of the vaccine. Brother, you could have easily gotten the vaccine. Why, bro? Ali, you are acting like a child. Please grow up for the sake of Allah. These are Muslims. These are Muslims. These are his brothers, his fans. Ali is an embarrassment. This is a Muslim. He discussed with me in heated discussions quite often. Ali is an embarrassment. Just give it up already. Not a fan of AD's rudeness, Ali Dawah's rudeness. Sorry, Ali, but he complied with everything you said. It's your problem that you can't travel. Not that AP could bring some great arguments, but to call someone a coward for not traveling because you can't travel as well is a bit disingenuous. I don't know why I keep saying covered. I switched to German, I guess. This is an embarrassment from a fellow Muslim. This is an embarrassment from a fellow Muslim. Get the jab and go. I sent him all these yesterday. He probably went crying or something. You should have just taken the vaccine. If it's about not getting vaccine, get the vaccine and destroy him. Get vaccinated. You're going to have to do it eventually. Grow up a little. It says grow up a little. This is a Muslim. Accept the online debate. Better for everyone. This guy is a hardcore Islamist. He says, this is 100% your fault, Ali. I know this guy. This is a hardcore Islamist who said publicly several times that I deserve to be executed. You choose not to take the vaccine, although it's free and available for you to take. Stop making apostate prophet look good by acting like a little kid. Here, this is the Muslim. This is the Islamist. He is known on Twitter. For the sake of Allah, have a jab. Allah will reward you for that. Go do an online debate. You look foolish, Ali. You choose not to get the vaccine. It's your fault that you're not allowed to go to America. You're not making us look good. Gonna be honest, going to another country might not be easy, and so on. You're anti-vax, how disappointing. You're one of those conspiracy theorists. Brother, get the jab. On some real shit, Ali Dawah, this is a Muslim. You're looking like tweaking for clout. You ain't gotta be all extra with it. Set up the debate and do what you came to do. You mad grifty, and that ain't how the followers of the beloved one conduct ourselves. Be beautiful in your character. He has got a point for the first time, referring to me, a Muslim. And so on. And so on. He sees this. He sees the reactions of his own people, of his own audience. Despite that, he goes on, embarrassing his fellow Muslims, making a fool of himself, being an idiot. I really ask for Ali Dawah to sit down with Muhammad Hijab and to make a live reaction to the section where he talked to me about the necessary being. I could say whatever I want about it. I could sit down with somebody who knows philosophy and who knows theology to talk about it. But I really want to see somebody like Muhammad Hijab, who is at least somewhat knowledgeable, to sit down and be honest about the stupidity that Ali Dawah let out while thinking of himself as so knowledgeable, man. He really does have the IQ of a bird. Oh, now I feel good. Now I feel good. Sorry for that. Now I feel good. Now I feel good. That was amazing. I received messages out of Dawah. I could show you that too, but I don't want to, out those people who say, brother. Yeah. People are telling him in his comment section now, you embarrassed yourself. You started insulting him. Go tell him your opinion, please. What an idiot, man. And this guy seriously thought that he's going to have a debate with me face to face somewhere here in America in front of an audience, and people are going to laugh at me. That's what he was thinking. And I don't care about that. I don't care about your dumb, idiotic reputation games and who's going to laugh at who. But this guy with this intellect and this attitude really goes around claiming to be smart and knowledgeable, trying to put down others. Man, what an embarrassment. This is Islam on YouTube. This is the online Muslim community. This is the smart brain of Islam. This is the intellect of Islam. What an embarrassment, man. I interact with so many atheists, with so many Christians. They are not like this at all. This is unique to Islam. This is really unique to Islam. All right. It's funny how he kept insulting me and even said very terrible words and then acts like I am insulting him. It's so funny. Please don't pick such low-hanging fruits in the future. As said, it is he who initiated the debate offer. I wouldn't have picked him as an opponent. It's he who wants to do that. He is horrible, and we have demonstrated that today. Thanks, everybody, for making this possible. Thanks, Ali Dawah, for making this possible. Luigi said, what an utter embarrassment. They are obsessed by this sick idea of destroying people. Sadly, the destroyer was destroyed, and we are proud of that. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, man. Oh, boy. I can't laugh anymore. Oh, boy. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. This was amazing. Thanks for giving us this pleasure, Ali Dawah. Thanks for entertaining everybody here. This was entertainment for free. Oh, boy. Can you imagine actually arranging a location in a different country, going through all the struggle for this, for such an idiot, squeaking on the on the stage and oh boy, what an idiot, man! What a complete idiot! All right. All right. I'm just using this opportunity to let it all out. I'm letting it all out. Thank you, Ali Dawah. Thank you for making this possible. I know people made a lot of super chats. I was just completely busy with him, so I couldn't see those and responded. I couldn't respond to those, but I know it was funny. I don't know the last time I laughed and cringed so hard. Frank Yeager said, donate to AP. Please, please, please. As he said as well, I am just doing everything for money. Please give me money. Please give me money. Please, please, please. Bro. He won't come to America because he knows that he'd be financing an anti-Islam ad. X Einstein said, make a series about it and how new Islam is weak. I mean, there was just so much good stuff here in this stream. It's, I don't know. God. And do you see the ridiculousness of him challenging me to invoke the curse of Allah? Me saying, haha, how dumb is that? You're asking an atheist to invoke the curse of Allah. Okay, come on, let's do it, just to show how childish you are. And then he comes and says, look, this shows that you were never a Muslim, because if you were a Muslim, you should know that as an atheist, you cannot invoke the curse of Allah, because invoking the curse of Allah is worship. But you are so dumb, you cannot even think about that. I wonder if he has people in his private life who sit down with him and put their hands on his shoulder and say, Ali, I love you. But what you said there, it was so dumb. I have to tell you this for your own good. Oh, boy. Nenad Cubic said, I forgot face palm protection. AP, you're incredibly indirectly responsible for my pain. I'm sorry. It was worth it, though, wasn't it? Zoinks said, you need to have another debate with that young man you had an impromptu debate with a few days ago. I forgot what his name was. His name was Khalid, or Reformed Salafi. Very nice guy. I really liked having the conversation with him. He challenged me to do a debate on whether God exists or not, just because he initially challenged me to a debate. I said, I don't really want to debate about God. It doesn't really matter to me. I said, I would rather debate Islam. He said, let's first debate God and then Islam. And I said, sure, fine, whatever. Just know that I'm not very enthusiastic about this first debate, but the other one I will be. And he said, okay. But I think we had a very nice debate together, and I really appreciated how that went. That was indeed nice. But the best debate to date, in the history of humankind, has been the debate between me and Ali Dawah. Muhammad al-Hamadi said, I am a Muslim, but Ali Dawah isn't even adhering to the Qur'an by inviting to Allah with wisdom and the way that is best. I appreciate that input. I appreciate you saying that, Muhammad. The issue is there's something else. I forgot where I exactly read that. I was going through one of these Islamic law books by Imam Shafi. I believe it's an attribution to him, one of the early Islamic scholars of the 4 Islamic schools. I believe it's him who says in his book that a debate is not for showmanship. A debate is to deliver truth and to find truth. And he says a truthful person who is righteous will go out in order to and debate in order to present the truth or to find truth. Only the hypocrites will go out to debate in order to appear knowledgeable or to appear superior or to humiliate the other or something like that. That's what the guy says. And I'm not talking about a nice guy here. I'm talking about one of the scholars of the 4 Islamic schools of law, which has a lot of terrible laws in there. But the scholars say this stuff. And today you have Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawah who come here and who try to humiliate everybody. So I even have to say, I want to take a step back and say, hey, I don't even know. I mean, the scholars are not like this of the past. These people, Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawah, they have a big issue, which is not only about their adherence to, extreme forms of Islam. They have a huge problem. They really have a huge problem. A huge problem. Yeah. Man. I'm sorry for all the ranting. It had to be done. I felt like I needed to let it all out. Ah, that was fantastic. Fantastic. Let me see if there are some more super chats here. I thought if we make this short today, I would like to take some calls, but my day is almost done and I have to take care of my kids soon. So I will be leaving after looking at a few more super chats. I don't want to let them go. This is for AP Dawah, not for Ali Dawah. Dawah contribution. Sorry, Ali Dawah. Thank you so much. There are some older super chats that I can see. Somebody made a $100 super chat. What is that? Who did that? I can't see that. It's gone. I can't see that. I don't want to let it go. I want to value everyone's time and input and contribution and all that. Despite the fact that I'm an atheist and that I apparently am also an error theorist by necessity if I don't believe in inherent good and evil, as the smart philosopher Ali Dawah has demonstrated to us earlier, which he then refused to expand on when I asked him. Spoiler alert, that's complete nonsense. That's complete nonsense, and the least informed people around him who have somewhat of an idea about moral philosophy will be able to tell him that, but they probably won't because they will be publicly embarrassing him. At least go in private and tell Ali Dawah that he's full of crap. Okay, Cliff Bailey made a super chat and said, why is Dawah in UK so badly? Consists of a tired Dawah playbook, polemic, not den-bait arrogance, pseudo-intellectualism, then a backbiting, edited clip on a number of YouTube channels showing how clever they are. You will not convert anyone doing this. I would say it's not just the UK, although the UK has a very toxic, annoying Dawah scene. This is just Dawah everywhere, in my opinion, in my experience. That's what they do. their own ideas, the Islamist perspectives, are not very convincing. They don't have much great stuff to offer, which is why they try to overcompensate by using insults, twisting people's words, selectively making clips, and so on. It's just ridiculous. Without a doubt, one of the most cringe-inducing things I have seen. This was a big veil-off moment for online Islam. I know, and I'm so happy about that. I'm really so happy. Thank you. By the way, I was legitimately looking at my at the live chat as I was talking to him. Whenever he said, "People will be laughing at you," I'm looking at my live chat and everyone is laughing about Dawah, and I'm just thinking, man, the irony. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What an utter embarrassment. I've read that too. Okay, I think I'll have to go. My throat is killing me. I'll have to take care of my children now. After taking care of one big child, I have to take care of my own children, but at least they are likable. All right. Oscar Philo said, I think he's in love and is being tsundere. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. Is that actually a word? I don't even know. Raj said notes are blank like his screen. I know, right? He was holding up his paper and there's nothing on it. I thought it's just the light, but it might have been blank too. Raj said, now I know what inbreeding looks like. Please don't say that. I don't want to insult people for things that they can do nothing for. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, man. Don't say that. It's really not his fault. He can do nothing for that. It's not his fault. It's the fault of his culture. So, yeah, Quantum Cosmos said, Ali didn't even know that all matter, including living cells, come from energy. I fail to remember what his big blunder about energy was, but he said something so stupid about energy. What was that? I wish I could have caught everything in the moment, but he said something so idiotic about energy in the moment where I thought, what? What was that, man? I don't know. Yeah, something has to form from other things, or I don't know, whatever he said. It was so idiotic. Oh boy. I know. Orthodox Albanian said he said a lot of stupid things. He did indeed. Energy can't have consciousness. Yeah, he said that, which is... He said, I never said that the necessary being has to be a conscious being, but then he dismissed my possible necessary beings because they are not conscious beings. And then he says he only brought up the conscious being because I asked him why he's sure that it's his Allah. And then he said he only brought it up because I asked him about Allah, but it's not part of the argument. But I can't present energy as a necessary being because it doesn't have... Dude, do you know what the hell you're talking about? Can you connect two thoughts to each other? Can you combine two thoughts and form an actual, form an actual argument? Dude. I will tell you, I mean, I'm not here to brag or to boast my my knowledge and my intellect and my in-depth understanding of everything. I'm not a great expert on the nature of being, on theology, on the philosophy of religion and all that. I've read quite a few texts. I have taken classes, taken courses for these things. And I would never, ever go out there and claim that I'm completely knowledgeable and brilliant at that. I know I make a lot of mistakes when I talk about these things. But then this guy comes here and squeaks about how he's here to educate us. And then almost everything that he says is just so plain stupid and wrong. And I just think, dude, I feel bad for being so humble myself, Oh my God. Who cares said, Dawah feigned disgust by incest. In the meantime, Allah allowed it between the children of Adam in his divine wisdom. Yeah. Yeah. Mark Woodry said, have you ever heard about Sean Carroll's views about God and morality? After the comedy we just witnessed, some ideas might, with more thought put into them, are desperately needed. Yeah. I don't know what else to add to anything right now. Who cares? Made a super chat. Thank you. Okay, I will read final super chats and then I will leave. Despite the fact that I would normally think this is a complete waste of time, I think this was amazing. This is so telling. Mohammed Al-Hamadi, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks, everybody. Bring knowledgeable people. I wish. Apparently, this is a very knowledgeable guy. Oh, Ali. Oh, Ali. Oh, Ali. Thanks for being in the chat, everybody. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to leave in a minute. By the way, I did call him a pussy in the end. I didn't mean to do that. That's not a word that I want to use, in all honesty, to describe somebody who is scared or afraid or whatever it is. I think it's a very dumb thing to say. And this has nothing to do with, the times and what words we can and can't use. I just personally think it's a terrible choice of words. I used it in the moment as a response because he keeps using that for me and us. Kind of impulsively, I did use that, which I tried to clarify. But yeah, one thing that I wish I hadn't said was not very becoming of me. Muhammad Al-Hamadi said, the answer to apostasy is that the Quran forbids Muslims to follow any hadith other than the Quran. Ali Dawah doesn't know this, so he runs away. Apostasy law is not Quranic at all. You have a Quranist perspective on the hadith. Ali Dawah doesn't. He's strictly traditionalist, so much that he will cite Islamic scholars to explain to us why he's allowed to mention our parents and our family members, mentioning their sexual organs in order to insult them, because some scholar in the first generations of Islam said it is okay to do so. Jay Adams said, I have to ask, have either you or Act 17 even considered the magnitude of the lie Islam is? It is hard to maintain a small lie, but a lie that intricate with the ability to maintain it for so long is rather incredible. It was established through war, through the sword. It was established through brutal authority. The initial Islamic conquests were done brutally with massacres. The whole idea of convert to Islam or become a subject or become a slave or this or that did not necessarily exist at the very beginning. Muslims simply spread with brutal conquests, and then in the conquered regions established their religion, which then became a huge lie. Islam is unique in that way, in that it established itself from the very beginning through the sword and then influenced the populations that it had control over. And that is hard. Nadaverse said, follow AP on Twitter. Oh, wait, you said something else. What was that? Thank you, Nadaverse. Do a follow-up stream, but now the kids. Funny. Master Thesis, the Lone Wolf. AP, you are amazing. I'm learning about Islam as an atheist, used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and you are helping me to understand how absurd this religion is, just like Christianity. Bravo, my friend. I have subscribed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Who Cares said, I made a super chat. Thank you so much. Finally, I want to apologize if I wasn't perfect at keeping myself cool and calm. It's rather hard. I'm a human. I might be a little bit, what do you say? What's that word? I don't know. Neurotic when it comes to being confronted with such difficulties and such people who make it difficult for you to stay calm. But I tried my best. I think it was okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. I will be leaving and taking care of my of kids. And now that we have taken care of this kid forever, and everyone can enjoy the consequences of that, I will make a follow-up to this probably with somebody else. Thanks, everybody. I will leave. Have a fantastic day. Thanks, Ali Dawah, for this fantastic opportunity. Everyone, see you again and stay away from Islam.